You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
Well, most niggas' mamas is drug heads. I heard the little homies, but we honor the bloodshed. To all my niggas you can find in the mud dead. A cup they gotta do as much time as the judge said. But little kids can't play in yards. And every day's a blessing, so we praying, Lord. Can't put it around the set, so we stay in cars. My feet like the Houston H's, they stay in stars, nigga. Orange chucks and the laces fat. I'm from the set where most niggas catch cases at. It's also known as the place where his race is at. So we aim the guns at the same place he places hat. It's a cold game, but the heats is hot. From homiciding over niggas' body sheets is dropped. And the cold part about his niggas' peeps is hot. Cause they got their life for the set, but the streets is not gonna do you the same. But you got to stay true to the game, no matter if it's a life sentence or even two to the brain. You want it to bang, but it ain't no joke about it. You gon' do it, then you got to be a loke about it. I'm from the set. Well, most niggas' mamas is drug heads. I heard the little homies, but we honor the bloodshed. To all my niggas you can find in the mud dead. A cup they gotta do as much time as the judge said. Well, most niggas' mamas is drug heads. I heard the little homies, but we honor the bloodshed. To all my niggas you can find in the mud dead. A cup they gotta do as much time as the judge said.
Who's the machine? But he's become sentient.
Johnny, discarding witnesses, the private card and businesses. Open doors with the force to make hinges split. My pistol is target intricate, part is wig and shit. Rhyme is tight as a boa constrictor's grip. Cold bars lift your skin like Arctic whipping winds. Polar vortex, got more flex than gymnast chicks. Started less than shit like starving businesses. Crackers lied when they said no crimes victimless. Arson visionist, sharpen missile tips. Got a death wish like a suicide victim's Christmas list. You're harboring insignificance, barking gibberish. Pharmaceutical prescriptions mixed with arithmetic. I'm imparting wisdom in the start of business with a duffel for posted at the store like missing kids. Part of the mission is to never be a charted lyricist. Transfer acid from a cell like protein synthesis.
Tom Brady. Yo, I'm about to score like 4 touchdowns in a single game, you know what I'm saying? We up in here, we chillin' on the block, man. Looking lovely. Everything's beautiful. My girl beautiful. You already know that. Everybody be hating on me and shit, but I mean, fuck it. I'm just gonna do me.
Flash mode.
I got all the bitches like I'm Tom Brady. I don't trust these niggas, they too damn shady. All these ratchet bitches wanna be my lady. I got all the game, so they cannot play me. Man, these boys be hating like I'm Tom Brady. I don't trust these niggas, they too damn shady. All these sexy mamas wanna have my baby. I got all the game, ho, you cannot play me. Chillin' in the hood, drinking Dr. Pepper. Eating a burrito, it don't get no better. I'ma call up some, bruh, let's get this cheddar. All my homies crazy and we bout whatever. Man, these boys be talking, but we know they scary. If a nigga try me, obituary. Got a white girl like Katy Perry. And my son stay ballin' like I'm Dale Carey. Need a rich bitch like Taylor Swift. iPhone 6 talking to your chick. I don't even want her, I'm just playing with her. And I know you mad, I'm ballin' like a Mayweather. Me and Leo thinking of a master plan. I just bought some guns that came from Pakistan. Everywhere I go, they saying that's the man. I'm an American, fuck ISIS and the Taliban.
Y'all already know what it is, man. We in the building, holding down, doing the damn thing, eating bitty cheese sandwich, whatever I said every day, all day. We got about 4 minutes and 45 seconds until we officially start. If you haven't already, send your music to my email. Get yourself in the line, and we will put you in rotation or whatnot. We do reviews.
live for independent artists.
Point your life that is sort of a signpost that says you're not only what you think you are. All I'm going to do is help you remember who you really are and give you some techniques to facilitate the sharpening of that ability.
As a kid growing up, I never thought about goals. I was living for the moment, just going with the flow. Coney Island, Brighton Beach bound, out of control. Handball court, drinking, getting low from the poles. Too young to understand what's the struggle and soul. Till these souls leave the earth to tell God what they need to know. So relatable, Farina bubbling on the table. One factor determining how we watch cable. See little things counted back then, living unstable. The same little things that made me willing and able. Such a structured life, the nightlife taught me how to conduct a knife. Felt more love on the corner, reason to wrong my rights. Just a sorry excuse, it could have cost my life. I'm making decisions to make appearances at cautious sights. I couldn't avoid the sea static, poke the guys. Front row action when it goes down, hold your fight.
At winning time, we be on double time, we count it twice. Fuck it, we count it again, triple checking, taking mama advice. Homies and hoes, inspire the flows, forever I'm paying the price. And cashing the checks from gaining respect, I summon the circle of life. I can't be lying to kings, know all the burdens inside of me, gotta be symbolism for the scars I bring. The tables is littered with pieces of wings that people discarded when they couldn't see. The vision I saw, the mission is ours. 007 with all of these beats, everyone quiet when I go to speak. I touch a mic and it melt from the heat, 803 to where the Addy be. Ain't nobody keeping tabs on me, life like Grey's Anatomy. Fucking these hoes casually, passive you a better man than me. Come and see, come and see, come and see, come and see. Some will say, take the lump sum pay, cause tomorrow ain't promised today. You never know if I'm awake in the morning or overdose without warning. In memory of Mac Miller in the day that he met his fate. I'm sorry, December winter, I know that I curse your name. This economy makes me bitter and Christmas on the way. I never promised a presence, but damn what a bet I'll make if I don't put forth the effort required to keep it firm.
Once I'm gone and I'm finally resting peacefully, I don't wanna see a single tear on a cheek for me. Just crack a bottle, burn a joint and start to pass them both. And think about the times I made you laugh when I cracked a joke. Just be happy that I met you through this game of life. And don't complain because it ain't the same and everything alright. I'm in heaven burning doobies, ain't no pain inside. I'm chilling with my father while we wait for y'all to face the light. Play my music while you make it through this misery. And listen to my CD on replay if you keep missing me. Embrace the gifts you get today, cause living isn't free. Tomorrow isn't promised by the blessings that you didn't see. Love the family you got, whether it's blood or water. Your mother, brother, your baby mother, your son or daughter. You never know what tomorrow's bringing, so play it smarter. Just be thankful, cause being ungrateful only makes it harder.
When it's my time, I know you tailor a new suit for me and buy a new tie. So I love
almost there, y'all. We got about 1 minute, 10 seconds.
Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. Now I gotta up my fees, my nigga. About time I be getting paid. Don't you wanna get that cheese, my nigga? I be laughing to the bank. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. They do dirt on my name. Try to call me insane. Try to make me a slave, but I am not playing. I'm not with the games. Mama told me to pray, so I prayed every day. But I put that on God. If I don't get paid, I'm letting it spray.
I said I'm back in this bitch, finna go back to back in this bitch. Chugga, Amtrak on your bitch. They got Mellow McLean and Boss Wood on the same song. Watch how I act on this shit, it's a robbery. Don't try to mix it with poverty, no. This got a cinnamon twist. UPS package got shipped off today. Whoa, I had the cinnamon sticks lurking. We got a bone to pick. Adam, control your ribs. I want my empire built on the pasta feast. Flexing my ownership. I don't know nothing about throwing the next nigga shade. I will not go on that limb. I got the gang with me, and I got silence to keep on the field. I do premeditated type shit, and my medicated slight bit. A scale of 1 to 10, I'm high risk. What I feel the most myself. Take this up a notch in my belt. Will I be the goofy? Yeah. Make you feel the pain that I felt. You can't see the cards that I was dealt. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade. Now I gotta up my fees, my nigga. About time I be getting paid. Don't you wanna get your cheese, my nigga? I be laughing to the bank. Money don't grow on trees, my nigga. I ain't never had a lick of shade.
They do dirt dirt on my name. Tried to call me insane. Tried to make me a slave, but I am not playing. I'm not with the games. Mama told me to pray, so I prayed every day. But I put that on God. If I don't get paid, I'm letting it swerve.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
Autobots, share the stream.
2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
You already know what it is. What is up? Shout out to everybody tapped in, of course, right now. If you guys are just now tapped in, pretty much we are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. And you know, as long as you aren't signed to a major record label, and if you are, like, bro, you need to get permission to play it on the show, because often our streams get cut, blocked, flagged, or muted if it is an industry record. So basically, if you send Drake or Kendrick, or you're rapping on a Drake or Kendrick beat and you've changed nothing, try not to send those, but the streams will be affected. We are live on multiple platforms, so I do appreciate all you guys for being here anytime that we do go live. If you haven't already, send your music to my email. Again, it's thatdorkyreviewshow@gmail.com. All platforms are fine except Apple Music and Tidal. So yes, if you have live performances or YouTube videos or songs on YouTube, you can do that. MP3, SoundCloud, Spotify, man, get y'all shit in. And it is completely free to submit, but you may pay to skip the line if you guys do want to get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion, or just simply get your one record played quicker.
Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from Hot Ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
And what else? Oh, if we happen to reach 100, 200, or 300, I gotta wait until I open this back up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on real quick. Hold on, little girl. Seriously? You gotta wait for my permission? You gotta wait for my permission, man? You have to wait for my permission to stop me. From doing the thing. Give me a second so I can load up the other way, so I can load it up any day. There you go. Okay, and then I go from there. Hold on. It's warming up. All right, I go from there too. Again, if we get to. Uh-oh. Let me unplug and replug it in, see if. Why you gotta do this to me? This stuff. Anyways, we do giveaways on the show. If we happen to reach at least 100, 200, and 300, you're able to win free beats, free mixes, and masters. Oh, there we go. Jeez Louise, you son of a gun. Free skips, merch, and more.
I think I've taken too many drugs and I'm in another universe, and I was trying to get buzzed in the studio and do a verse, but now I'm seeing an image of Coolio on Jupiter. If I was in the hospital, I probably want to do the nurse. Out of all 80s movies, I'm watching Ferris Bueller first. I'll walk right up to a bully and be like, homie, do your worst. If you don't got any gas, a freaking Razor scooter works. This one ain't for the kiddies, so Super Steve, you can curse. I'm spaced out in a public chick.
All right, man. Let's just go ahead and get right into the email and get started or something like that. I don't want to take too much of y'all time or something like that. But for everybody in the chat, we score on a 1 to 10 scale. All feedback is welcome. Just give your overall thoughts and, you know, pretend like you're in charge of marketing the artist. And if something doesn't give you the confidence in the record, like what are those things that you would change to help the record get a little bit further in the overall spectrum and stuff like that? Let us know. Super Steve, you are first up. Let me go ahead and you put voices in my head. Voices in my... No, that's probably not how it goes at all. Hold on, let me go over here. Ladies and gentlemen. Alright. No, voices in my bed. Jeez Louise. What voices? You might need to throw that bed away, my brother. You hear voices coming through it.
Wide awake, laying in my bed, still thinking about what they said, telling me those dreams are dead. All these voices in my head, wide awake and I'm in my head, always thinking about what they said, telling me these dreams are dead. All the voices in my bed.
I've been kinda lost, overthinking it lately, trying to have a year, but it's been happening daily. Voices in the head got me feeling so crazy. Thoughts in the blur got me getting so hazy. I just wanna push them all straight out the door. I really can't take all the pressure no more. I need to find some peace that I used to keep, cause then maybe I can finally find a way to sleep. They wanna see me fall, they just waiting for the slip. Gotta stay focused, biting down on the lip. Everybody's watching all these moves that I make, waiting for the moment when they think I'ma break. It's like, sounds perfect, but I know it's got some flaws. I'm getting sick and tired of all the fake applause. Gotta find a place, so I'm breaking down the walls. Let me take a second, give my mind a pause.
Don't want these lies, don't want these ties, don't want my mind.
Trying to tell me everything I'm supposed to do.
Don't want these lies, don't want these ties, don't want my mind.
Trying to tell me everything I'm supposed to do.
Wide awake, laying in my bed, still thinking about what they said, telling me those dreams are dead. All these voices in my head, wide awake and I'm in my head, always thinking about what they said, telling me these dreams are dead. All the voices in my bed. Don't want these lies, don't want these ties, don't want my mind, telling me everything I'm supposed to do. Don't want these lies, don't want these ties, don't want my mind, telling me everything I'm supposed to do.
Word to your boy, we in the boom boom, we fucking ganged out. I got the mic turned off so they ain't finna hear shit.
How y'all feel about this one? 1 to 10, and y'all feedback is welcome. Voices in My Bed by Super Steve. Oh. So, I appreciate the full song structure or whatnot. What do I consider a full song, right? Either 3 verses or at least to that 3 minutes, because I know some people they do look at that number and go, nah, let me make it 2 minutes, or like, you know, again, they don't care if they're within 1 minute. They just want to do a little bit of something and really treat their records like teasers and I often like when an artist can really test themselves, like challenge yourselves to go a little bit further, within the song and get as many ideas as possible out. Like that's what I don't get. Like the way that I look at music today is like, for those of you who are more comfortable with the 1 minute, 2 minute songs, those are the equivalent to me as like when filmmakers do short films, right? And or a trailer of the actual movie, and we're still waiting for the full-length feature film that is worth actually paying for in most occasions. So for me, when it gets around to that near 3 minute place, I look at that as again, you're earning your keep or whatnot. The other thing is, man, we always talk about the differences in the different styles that many of you guys as artists will have, right? Some of you guys go into different lanes entirely in terms of like the genres, and then the other half may change like the topics and what or how they rap or sing or come at a record and stuff like that. And I appreciate just what I look at is really like the maturity from you, because again, I am 100% dork, right? Like I don't feel comfortable anywhere outside of that. If I'm even in a song where I gotta be a little bit more real and serious, like if the dork don't pop out at some point, I always feel like I'm doing my audience a disservice or whatnot, right? And so again, I applaud you for coming from that full-on super Steve. Like I almost feel like when you get into the more serious songs, you almost would even have like an alias for that version of yourself, right? So when you're almost switching the mode, and then when you get into more of a comedic situation, right, you have Super Steve, right? And that's like your Eminem's Slim Shady, and that is where I will say what up. I hope you doing great as well, Anthony. Appreciate that. Shout out to Jay versus the world. Long time no see. Welcome back. And what do you say? Yeah, got to get the timing and flow a little bit better. And then we get back in the studio tomorrow. 7:02. Had an 8 on that. You said the vocals are ever so slightly, early. And then a slight throw off or whatnot, right? That was from JJ, man. Shout out, welcome back. And then you said, sent you a PayPal. I got you, Jakey. Let me go chickity checks to see, what you've done sent in. And you said, I'll give it a 9. Shout out to Hunter D. George on that. Welcome back to the show as well. I think I just dropped my charger over there. And then you said, I sent an instrumental. Yeah, what's up? Let's see. Yeah, shout out to 702, man. Welcome. How you doing? Shout out to Sprite, by the way, man. You know what I'm saying? All right. Overall, I'm always going to remind you, no matter how many times you guys hear from me, I want to remind you guys to think about what a live performance would be for any of your songs, right? And the ones that are going to be easier are any of the ones where you have a piano kind of sample or anything like that, or an acoustic guitar, right? This one actually does have that. It has an acoustic guitar within there. So quite literally, you could pick up a guitar and anywhere just start performing the song or any of your records that you do have acoustically, and or if you do remember other records that might not have an acoustic guitar, but you can figure out how to sort of play those melodies and songs into existence in that other way, that will be impressive as well. Now, it also doesn't have to be you. You can have somebody else basically play the guitar and then you perform your song, like just as a piece of content. You can have an audience or not. It's up to you. But I will tell you that for those that are not afraid to basically, you know, perform in front of an audience, and you never know how people are going to react. So you might have to do it a few times in different locations and just really see how people react. Sometimes people not paying attention is also the content. And then, you know, people have a respect for, like, damn, like, they perform their ass off and people still ain't like trying to show them no love. You know what I mean? And then it grows because people see what some people might not appreciate as much. So you never know, but I feel like it's something that we all would love, you know, from each other and our best records, right? So get in there and do your thing. Let me see if my other phone is.
Let me see if my other phone is not charged.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, so it's a 1-song skip we got coming up. Let's go ahead and press that one right here. Everybody, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because.
Like, I wonder if I could get a whole crowd.
I love gold. Yo, everybody, come on and join on in, y'all.
Let me see. Okay. I got your thing up. I should throw it up on the big screen so people can see it as well. So give me a moment. Hey, yo. All right, let me go ahead and load that one up there. I had to throw a different browser. So this is Kenny Powers Freestyle featuring Johnny Stacks, man. Let's see what it is. Now, I always want to remind people. So when we do have skips on the show, one thing that it does do, additionally from getting you played a lot quicker on the show, there are different types of skips as well, but all of them essentially keep you safe from, you know, if you think you may have a record that might get cut early because mix is way too crazy, performance, like, you just know it's a wild record and you still want people to go all the way through, right? The skips will ensure that happens, no matter what people say in the chat. If they're like, bro, cut it off, are we serious here? Like, literally a skip is a skip and whatnot. I respect them, and you know, we want to be able to review the full record in that case. In other cases, man, if mixes are way too crazy and we can't really understand what is being said often because of the mix, and we know that they're speaking our language and all that. Y'all know what it is, man. So good luck to you guys, both in the free as well as those in the skip. Why does it seem, hold up, why can't I hear it? Did I do something with the sound? Give me a second, y'all. I had to unplug. Wait, why did it plug in to that? Okay, there we go. Y'all were able to hear me that whole time, right? For whatever reason, it connected to my headset over there. Say, do I have a Christmas themed? Oh, I do have a Christmas themed song when I have the audio Listen. I do want you guys to do that. Come up with.
Oh shit, you don't fuck with the tune. Yeah, tune the fuck out then.
First off,
fuck you in the clique that you playing with. My homies on and dangerous. We be setting goals, you aimless. Ride through your city in a coupe that brainless. Me the top saw. Hey, really with the shit if it pops off. Cooking in the rock like I'm hot sauce. You know, show little ain't the saw. I'm the shit you angel saw. Damn. You boys nothing like me. Ripping the sheds, be cleaning my Nikes. Bitches right swipe me. Man, your boy, he's a fucking hype beast. Get his ass whooped in a white tee. Blood on the leaves, the blood of the sleeves. I feel like I'm Jesus Almighty. And you cannot try me. He's bound it down. I think I'm Kenny Pals. Water her flowers, the pussy devours. Tastes like a shower. Making that face like she ate something sour. She bout to clam and I bring the chowder. Young man's a coward. Heard he went to school at Bowers. I pull up and I shower. Bullets, damn boy, you couldn't do this. Nah, we grow out the mullets. We go fishing mullet. We think we all damn. Boy, you all set. We all set. Man, we got the money and it's all best. Yeah.
You don't about to go on that ganja. You don't want no problems. You don't want this chopper. Pop the officer. I'm a goblin, you a goon. Looney on the tunes. Chopper dirty, you a broom. Now what you gon' do? Like my last two songs that got featured. Eat the teacher after math class. Spaz on any track. Layer on her fucking back. Counting on my racks. Trying to re-up on that tree. What on that lean up? That lean makes me lean. Leaning to the left, leaning to the right. Like an undecided voter. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah, I got the mind of an older. Make a right and then a left. You gon' get left. Cause fishing mullet till we die. Fishing mullet till we die.
You boys nothing like me. Ripping the sheds, be cleaning my Nikes. Bitches right swipe me. Man, your boy, he's a fucking hype beast. Get his ass whooped in a white tee. Blood on the leaves, the blood on the sleeves. I feel like I'm using
How y'all feel about this?
1
1 to 10 in the RP back is welcome.
He's bound it down. I think I'm Kenny Pals. Water her flowers, the pussy devours. Tastes like a shower. Making that face like she ate something sour. She bout to clam and I bring the chowder. Yo, man's a coward. Heard he went to school at Bowers. I pull up and I shower.
Get a lot of time when I wanna be able to begin going.
Do shit,
but there's a lot of things in the song, so you can show them home. Look at the credit tone, but I can hold the phone, and I'm open, open all the doors, and I don't even know what to do, but I can.
Man, we got the money and it's all best.
Yeah, better hurry up. So if you ever want to upgrade to other tiers of skips in terms of, again, we have the sort of like prices essentially right there, and if you could basically upgrade and send the difference for the other versions, as long as we haven't moved on to another person's record. So if we're still in the middle of your review, you know, just make sure you get the rest of whatever if you want to upgrade to the other ones or whatnot. So fine for that 15. Overall, what did you think about that? Kenny Powers freestyle featuring Johnny Stacks. And like, look, so what I've appreciated about Jakey is that, you know, he is willing to work with a lot of, you know, different artists, different type of beats, and, you know, really test out the waters on. And like, honestly, when you first start off, that's my recommendation, right? Like, find all the different type of beats that are out there and really try to see which one pulls the best version of you out. There's always that aspect that I do not recommend, which is like freestyling on any records, just because, like, when you write, you are 100% able to structure and get the perfection with wordplay, with certain syllables, with timing and all that. When you don't know where you're going, there's always that moment of, you know, oh, I might slip up here with a certain word, phrase, or line, because you don't know what's coming yet. You're trying to make sure that you're going to say something dope, and hopefully you stay on a topic if there is a theme and structure there. But what I hear often is just a, you know, just how we sound when we're having fun and just randomly rapping to a beat, right? And I feel like it needs that professionalism. It needs 100% the version of you that, like, if you got signed today and they sent you to a studio, what are you gonna do? I find it hard to believe that anybody would do the same things that they're currently doing right now. If like they basically, again, they know that time is money, every second and minute, just like time that they spend doing whatever counts. And if you are literally paid and they say, look, we want you to come up with the best and we may surprise you with an even bigger feature on your record. You don't know who it is, but they guarantee you that it's gonna be someone that guaranteed gets you millions of listens. It could be Taylor Swift for all you know. Whatever the case, you have to give a worthy performance of any of the bigger. Basically, always assume that another artist has the ability to wash you on your own record. That means, you know, again, people know what Kendrick is often able to do. We realized that the moment he did the Control verse, right? Because he did the longest verse. His energy never let up. He went in and said names and just was like, look, I'm taking everybody's head off. And, you know, it's all in the pure fun of hip hop. But like, he basically was calling everybody out and saying like, look, we gotta stop making anything cookie cutter. We got to get in there and truly, you know, show people what this culture is capable of, because they looking at us funny. And when and if you can do that, I know not every record is trying to be that. Like, so what I thought about with this specific record was like Devin the Dude and, you know, certain vibes like that, right? Like, these are often cheat codes on the show. I love a good vibe that just makes you want to light an incense. I already have 2 up. I had to get another one up or whatnot, but you know, it has a good vibe. But here's the thing, right? When it comes to timing, when you are rapping or singing on a record, right? I see a lot of artists mainly have problems if you're not purposely like rapping off beat, right? Which I don't think, you know, you are. I see a lot of artists that'll have problems the moment that like the drums and instruments start leaving the record. So if it's a part like those, that's what was happening, right? Drums left out and it's just a sample essentially by itself. And it leaves you to find your own timing. Now, if you have an internal metronome, you're able to do it, you know, no problem. You know exactly where you are on the beat at all times. And for those who don't, they do need metronomes. If you have an engineer who is helping you basically do the record, they all should know that some artists will need that, and to basically make sure that you know how to add the metronome within the program if needed, or make the artist rap on a different side of the beat that does still have the drums, and then move that section over and just like, you know, in editing. But it's important that we see you guys like knowing where you are on the track itself. How much was, what was the trying to think about the timing. What was it was about 2 minutes and 47, so you know, not bad there. It just needs a little bit more. Let me go ahead and read off some of the chat right now.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
Let me see where we are at and go down. Let's see. So those were the Super Steve ones, and then so yeah, I play guitar. He was saying that about that. I got a beatbox joint. That's what's up. Shout out to Don Caban. Way that down. And then the Christmas thing. That's what's up. Okay, let me make sure and see. I don't know if you said it or not, but we'll check in just a moment. And he said, I think you'll be impressed. And still, everyone like the live, man. Yeah, hit that like button, please. We appreciate you. Simply, if you are enjoying the show, right, hit the like. And for anybody on social media in general, do know that, like, if you do support a specific creator, hitting the like is one of the many ways they know, like the platform itself, that they know that you want to see more of it and or want to basically notify others or whatnot. Like some platforms basically wait till a certain amount of people interact with the content, so it can be being in the live, it can be commenting on the individual videos and stuff like that, like whichever platforms you guys are on. But they wait for those reactions before they start showing it to other people. So if you're ever wondering and like if it matters or not, you know, it does. Like it shows the platform that we should be shown to a wider audience and things like that. So we do appreciate it, but I am never one to beg. I will always just simply say, if you enjoy the show, man, you know, hit that like button, share it up, tag an artist if you think they deserve to be heard, as this is what we do. But give me a sequel. Give me your packet. Oh, yeah, he upgraded to the other one. So we have one more song coming up from him.
I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need them. PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowning. You wanna stay down then?
Segundo.
Give me a segundo. Uno telemundo. Uno telemundo.
Alright, here's another rap fame. And then I'll go in a little bit more to see. Very humble. Listen. Appreciate you. Frosty the Snowman Cypher. Let's see what's up.
Here go caps on his teeth.
Okay.
Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks. So heavy hitters got it on lock like some vice grippers. Frosty hit your block and turn the hood into a white Christmas. Say he want a bell, told him meet me at the corner store. Cover up the smell, cause the jail I don't wanna go. That my nigga Frosty and I'm Alabama Summer. The Grinch come around on this shit and I'm a blammer. Little drummer boy ran on Frosty for a big set. Now all Frosty want for Christmas is his lick back.
Yeah, I know that nigga Frosty, you ain't bullshitting. I seen him turn apartment into a full kitchen. He had niggas whipping bricks with the arm and hammer. That nigga Frosty, yeah, he a bad mamma jammer. Got her to slum hit the streets on 10. One thing about Snow, he gon' get to them ends. Kids like to play, but he ain't your friend. He'll fuck you up bad, don't be fooled by the green. They call you boy Snow cause he got that white. This why Rudolph fly cause he hot as a kite. Straight from hell, but still cold as ice. Fucking Frosty, it's a silent night.
Frosty the Snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks. So
big drug balls cold as the snow, so they call him Frost. Keep the Draco, let it spray like pepper, cause them niggas salty. In the kitchen, whipping up a chicken, I ain't talking poultry. He ain't fucking with no peasant bitches, he like all them bossy. He had beef with Jack Frost, slid and made him milk. Snow bunnies making snow angels, hit your top shelf. Culinary, how a nigga cooking, but he not a chef. Military, how that nigga moving, freezing shit to death.
Come to my hood, you see that dope man, blow man, coke man, aka you know him as Frosty the Snowman. He keep 2 sticks but no hands, broke man stand no chance. Stir the pot till it get thick as jelly, call that shit slow jam. I feel like a Yeti or Bigfoot, you know that I'm really just feeling abominable. At the top of my arrows, I'm chilling, I'm frigid, you know that the nigga just comfortable. Started with 1 little boat, 2 little boat, now how many bricks do the dope man want? All these bricks like igloo, white like tissue, got it hard or soft.
Frosty the Snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks. So
Big G, bring the drama from the north to the south pole. If you see Frosty do it better, keep your mouth closed. In the kitchen working 4 stoves, he got 4 hoes. Gotta stay stay fresh, cause his bed's taking photos. Frosty got a red nose, but he ain't Rudolph. Better be on his good side in a shoot-off. Snow be wildin' like the U in the 80s. But one thing he'll never do is get one up on Jakey.
I've been with Lil Frosty trying to get this dope ball. But you should call me G's the way I make this snowfall. Lil Frosty seen the op started throwing snowballs. The here came Santa and I think that's Rudolph. It's more than me, little nigga know it's two of a slime. And if I wipe a nigga nose, you know he ran out of time. I know they like the way I'm skiing, how I be on my grind. Sub-zero on my wrist, the way I'm freezing the time.
Frosty the snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks. So nice.
I be playing in the snow, make it go fast. I ain't tryna hear this, they ain't talking no cash. Don't tell, don't ask the weed man, the dope man. I came up off the block like Jeezy the snowman. Robbie like Frosty the snowman. Yeah, we some heavy hitters, better hit with the program. Bad bitches, I'm loving the romance. I'm dripped up, nigga, Frosty the snowman.
Check the forecast, snow be bringing more cash. Pull up at your front like I'm DoorDash. Remember I got caught without that blow, that shit was so painful. My P.O. told me chill, but I got a quarter key still on the table. I'm doing jumping jacks, laying on my back, looking up and shit, making snow angels. Frosty the snowman, same color as cocaine. Baking soda, Pyrex, water whipping in the kitchen. Turn this off in a hard abracadabra hoe, I'm a magician.
Frosty the snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks. So nice.
Good job. My first question. My first question is, do you also have an edited version of this record, right? For all artists, right? Like, we always hit these points where we want to seem a little bit more, you know, adult. And one of those ways is by either the topics that we rap about or the words that we say. However, if we forget to also have a clean version of said same record, some people won't be able to play certain things in certain situations, right? If there are public events that are kind of an all ages thing, they won't be able to play this within that, you know, context or whatnot, right? So you do want to make sure that you also have that. And, you know, this would 100% go at a lot of, you know, parties. Obviously, like I said, you want both versions. So you want this version that you know has everything on it and is, you know, just the way it is, but you also want that radio version. Like, how else are you going to get on the radio in most occasions if someone decides to play it on there if you don't have that version that can be played in that way. I think I wanted to remind people that one of the things I love doing on the show, like, is really creating playlists based on a lot of, you know, the records that you guys send, and with the themed ones especially. If we have our Christmas playlist that we're basically trying to grow right now, I want enough records to really be able to put all of what you guys send on shuffle and to have a little bit of a that dorky fireplace where you guys can, you know, if y'all want to tap in, because I always love doing that myself, right? Just kind of let me put on a station or a kind of series of videos or songs that are Christmas themed to get you in that sort of like mood and spirit or whatnot, right? And I often thought, like, man, like when a Mariah Carey or Frank Sinatra, when all of these artists kind of go in and do their records, it's something that you can come back to every single year. It's not a like, oh, this is not, you know, popping no more because, you know, whatever. Like, no, it's something that you can literally every year come back, you know, send and get that song out. And if people like it enough, like, they'll basically do it for you. And so if you guys make at least an EP's worth 3 or more records, Christmas themed, you know, I'll try to basically collect and put them in a playlist that we can have on a shuffled, you know, rotation that y'all could, you know, tap into one of these days, and you know, kind of get it in. At least if I can potentially make a video that I can then have posted, or just simply be on a live rotation or whatnot. But we do want that and stuff like that. Cold Christmas jingle single. Yep. And in my kind of skit right here, you know what I'm saying? I see that. JJ said run it back or whatnot. So we had a vote in there. What do you say? Uncut, clean version. Yeah, you need that. But I think everybody did a fairly decent job on it. A little something different or whatnot. And look, if you guys don't mind the running backward quick.
There can never be too many books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many.
Should I start pulling out the decorations right now? What date are we?
Frosty the snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks so heavy hitters got it on lock like some vice grippers. Frosty hit your block and turn the hood into a white Christmas. Say he want a bill, told him meet me at the corner store. Cover up the smell, cause the jail I don't wanna go. That my nigga Frosty and I'm Alabama summer. The Grinch come around on that shit and I'm a blammer. Little drummer boy ran on Frosty for a big set. Now all Frosty want for Christmas is his lick back.
Yeah, I know that nigga Frosty, you ain't bullshitting. I seen him turn apartment into a full kitchen. He had niggas whipping bricks with the arm and hammer. That nigga Frosty, yeah, he a bad mamma jammer. Got her the slum, hit the streets on 10. One thing about Snow, he gon' get to them ends. Kids like to play, but he ain't your friend. He'll fuck you up bad, don't be fooled by the green. They call you boy Snow cause he got that white. That's why Rudolph fly cause he hot as a kite. Straight from hell, but still cold as ice. Fuck with Frosty, it's a silent night.
Frosty the snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks so
Big drug balls cold as the snow, so they call him Frost. Keep the Draco, let it spray like pepper, cause them niggas salty. In the kitchen, whipping up a chicken, I ain't talking poultry. He ain't fucking with no peasant bitches, he like all them boss. He had beef with Jack Frost, slid and made him milk. Snow bunnies making snow angels, hit your top shelf. Culinary, how a nigga cooking, but he not a chef. Military, how that nigga moving, freezing shit to death.
Come to my hood, you see that dope man, blow man, coke man, aka you know him as Frosty the Snowman. He keep 2 sticks but no hands, broke man stand no chance. Stir the pot till it get thick as jelly, call that shit slow jam. I feel like a Yeti, a Bigfoot, you know that I'm really just feeling abominable. At the top of my Aris, I'm chilling, I'm frigid, you know that the nigga just comfortable. Started with one
this is like they're make him say
the dope man won't. All these bricks like igloo, white like tissue, got it hard as soft.
Frosty the snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks so
Big G, bring the drama from the north to the south pole. If you see Frosty do it better, keep your mouth closed. In the kitchen working 4 stoves, he got 4 hoes. Gotta stay fresh cause his bed's taking photos. Frosty got a red nose but he ain't Rudolph. Better be on his good side in a shoot-off. Snow be wildin' like the U in the 80s. But one thing he'll never do is get one up on Jakey.
I've been with Lil Frosty trying to get this dope ball, but you should call me G's the way I make this slow fall. Lil Frosty seen the opposite.
You can hear all their voices on that.
The Hurricane Santa and I think that's Rudolph. It's more than me, little nigga know it's 2 of a slime. And if I wipe a nigga nose, you know he ran out of time. I know they like the way I'm skiing, how I be on my grind. Sub-Zero on my wrist, the way I'm freezing the time.
Frosty the snowman, he had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from 8 balls and zips to 100 bricks so
Oh yeah, I be playing in the snow, make it go fast. I ain't tryna hear this, they ain't talking no cash. Don't tell, don't ask the weed man, the dope man. I came up off the block like Jeezy the snowman. Robbie like Frosty the snowman. Yeah, we some heavy hitters, better hit with the program.
I wouldn't rhyme
bitches,
snowman
I'm
with
loving
snowman.
the romance. I'm dripped up, nigga, Frosty the snowman.
Check the forecast, no be bringing more cash. Pull up at your front like I'm DoorDash. Remember I got caught
didn't
without
catch
that
that the
blow. That
first
shit
time
was
for
so
him, yeah.
painful. My PO told me chill, but I got a quarter key still on the table. I'm doing jumping jacks, laying on my back, looking up at shit, making snow angels. Frosty the snowman, same color as cocaine. Baking soda, Pyrex,
y'all saying
water
Frosty
whipping
the
in the
snowman
kitchen.
too much.
Turn this off in a hard abracadabra hoe. I'm a magician.
Frosty the snowman.
Well, I
he
mean,
had gold caps on his teeth. Graduated from
it is in the
8 balls and
chorus.
zips to 100
But that is
bricks.
a critique I can talk about. That's a critique. We'll talk about it right about now. Give me 1 second. Did it just stop? All right. So come over here. And okay. So there are, just as an artist, like if I'm going to critique certain things and whatnot, right? There was that one part where one of the artists basically had kind of, you know, I mean, not only did they say snowman like 2 or 3 times there, but there was a few other things that they might have said. When you do that kind of stuff, that's what makes it feel a little bit more freestyle. And we always want to basically feel like the artists we are listening to have full-on confidence in what they're saying and where they're going, and we don't want to feel like you're just trying to make it work, more or less. There's always going to be something better that you can say. And this, like, I have no idea if you guys were basically all in the same studio or if you even got to hear each other's verses before writing your own. But this is one of the, I guess, it's what can happen if we don't coordinate properly, right? Like, you should have all right, let's get the first person on, and then they'll be that, like, whoever's first. Damn, see, that's why it's hard, because if everybody's writing at the same time, even if you guys aren't in the same place, if all y'all are writing at the same time and none of y'all have heard anybody's verses, everyone is bound to hit some of those same pockets or whatnot, you know what I'm saying, and sort of mention Frosty. But what I feel like is, if you're able to go in a very specific order, have that patience to, like, okay, let's have the first artist do his thing first. You'll pick who that is, let them get in there and go ham. Then you send their verse and the open verse to the second artist, and then you keep going from there. When we're able to hear the other verses, we can go, okay, they handled it like this, I'm gonna handle it like this, right? And they already said these references, so what can I say, or how can I say it differently so that it doesn't start feeling a little bit repetitive in those rounds? And, you know, that's just really if we're truly paying attention and caring about, like, things, you know, intricately. I do always want us to care fully about the performance as well as the wordplay or whatnot, because if we're trying to get that legend status, you know, when we're able to kind of like get in there and be analyzed, that's when it's going to matter, because people will look at structure and just how you came across. Think about this, right? Like, to go back into a conversation about No Limit, by the way, you should get all those No Limit artists, you know, on a remix of this. But Mystical was always, like, to me, the glue that held anything together, and just like it brought out something just that, like, I can't explain it, but he had a style that just, it brought anything up an entire new notch when he was on it, right? He was just infectious. He had this animated style to him, and very wild and out there. And he was just very unique, and he stood out like a freaking sore thumb or whatnot, and in a good way, because he's really getting out there and rapping. So when we get on any record, we kind of have to aim to do that. We don't have to sound like him, but you need to think about what are the things that, like, if you're on a cypher with many people that are going to make people specifically want a feature with you. Everybody has to be like their own Mystical, more or less, and replace Mystical with like whatever you guys might consider the high caliber artists that you know, hit it up in you know, such a different way where people go, man, like this is why I do this, right? Like to get inspired by artists like that, and vice versa. Give y'all our overall thoughts though. We're gonna head back into the free line, I believe. So thank y'all for y'all patience as we do roll through. If you guys are trying to sit and skip y'all, so
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view, and I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
I'm gonna throw on my mask until my my nose comes down a little bit or whatnot, cause man, I got allergies. All right, let me see what we got next up. I appreciate y'all patience, by the way. We are going right into the Freeline Cinema. We got you with Let You Down. So let's see. Oh yeah, I had almost forgot that you switched names and whatnot. So he used to go by Nar, and then changed his name to Obsession, and then changed his name to Cinema. And he says he did that because I had stated that a lot of his records, when he gets into a certain lane, are very cinematic, right? And like you can picture it in very specific movie scenes or whatnot. Like without playing it, I have no idea if he gets into this realm again. But I often think about the main character of a movie that's more of a drama, maybe a little bit of a family film or whatnot, but it's when the main character has to drive from the city to like the country or something like that, because they, you know, maybe one of their parents got sick and they have to go check on it. You know what I mean? It's one of those, or a moment of self-realization where you're just taking things in within the context of the events that we might have saw. Like again, your life is basically hit rock bottom, and you or the person you love cheated on you or something like that. It's often something like that. We'll see if this follows suit, if he's very consistent with that, or if we're on the other thing. Rio, what up now? Let's see. Let You Down.
What up, everybody?
Y'all tell me.
This is for everybody that's in that hole. This is Let You Down. Xavier on the beat. I'm still trying to figure out why my heart is in the ground. 6 feet, so deep, this heart can't seem to climb on now. My soul still stuck in the soul. Oh Lord, send my soul be just fine. I'm just trying to teach you, I see you, everything is your light. The darkness holds your crown. Oh, it always seems to be the sound of your name, your hands, your grace. I just want you to find my faith. Let me understand. Let me see your plans. Oh, I
it's supposed to go back into the verse. When I'm back in the end, I'm listening. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I'm on a mission with all the people who know that there's lots of things that they always like was on an island freaking, but they didn't like see Gilligan. So when I'm going to somewhere that I don't know what to do, but I know that I got a show, so I can tell you that if you like got a beat, then I'll flow freaking it, and I'll do it. If you don't like it no more, then let me go ahead and hit this button right here that allows us. Good job, sir. Once again, I tell y'all. I tell y'all, like, you know, you hear one of his songs and you think about just that moment, they just looking out the window, and or you see a montage of them being depressed without that person that they loved throughout the whole movie, and then now they're gone. Either they passed away, or again, they broke up with him or whatnot. And so you see them in the places that them and the other person used to be. And you saw those happy moments when they were smiling in exactly those places. And it jumps from that to just, you know, no expression on his face, being bored while trying to do those same things by himself, basically, right? And then maybe it cuts to her kind of also realizing that she's depressed without him. What am I doing? Why am I writing the movie and shit like that? Point is, if we can imagine those elements from a song, or the other kicker is that could be the video for the record itself. If you don't want to be in the video, or maybe it's not even you wouldn't want to be in the video kind of situation, but just another idea is basically to do a little bit of a short film, like the things that I'm describing. It's like make that a part of the video itself and direct to people who you kind of get to see the ups and downs of a relationship, you know. And if you want to have it by the end, they end up together, you know. That's always gonna be up to you. There's an acoustic guitar within there, so these are very easy for you guys to get out there and perform live. The melodies and everything like that are on point. If we were having a battle, man, if we were having a battle, right? And we'll not say battle, but like if it was like your songs against someone else's, right? It would either be between 10 Crimes or what is his name? He sent the other day. Hold on. Let me see. Was it Avery G? Let me see.
Don't get no sleep today. No, not tomorrow.
Yeah.
That perky.
Avery G, right? Because he has a few songs in that lane as well. I'm trying to see if I can find it. See?
But that's just what it feels like. I can't tell you what this feels like.
Right? So
I can tell
Avery
you
G.
what the meal's like. I've been eating lots of steak and shrimp and shit. Yeah. But that's just what it feels like. I can't tell you what this feels like.
And like it doesn't even have to be like, if I'm talking verses just because like those are recent things that we've been used to. But like you could tour with each other, you know, open up for each other, you know, so all that. 10 Crimes. What do I have from 10 Crimes?
I used to be a good family man. I gotta run now as fast as I can. Ooh, she's no good.
There's other records that you most likely have been in the building when he's sent or whatnot, but you guys get the point. And again, I would love to see something, right? Whether it's you guys opening up for each other, touring, if we ever do get around to doing like, you know, versuses or something like that, like again, I'm saying like it would be a great time because you guys just have great music, and I'd be curious to see what you guys pull from. And let me see. I think that's it. Does anyone know what the line looking like and stuff like that? In terms of how many are in the lineup right now, we got 14 plus across all the platforms and whatnot. So again, appreciate y'all for y'all patience as we roll through. We are going to continue right now into the free line, but as I said, if you want to skip, you guys know what to do.
Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
He said I get into a realm for sure. Like, you're consistent with it though. So keep that up. All right, let me see if I can get back in the free line again. All right, we got Jay versus the world. Let's see what you got, man. Good luck. As we are in the free. If you love something, hashtag run it back. If you like, nah, fan, this ain't it, bro. What are you even doing? You hashtag dorky, don't play that. And in between that, just give songs a score, right? I'd say like 1 to 10 is our score, of course. And anywhere like 1 and below is basically a dorky, don't play that. 2, obviously it needs a lot of work. 3, 2 and up is just like, you know, there's a small amount of potential, but like, geez, why? You know what I mean? So you know what's up. 10 is like y'all want it on your playlist, and you might do a feature with the artist.
Halloween Town. I'm stuck inside my bed. I'm laying on my bed. My haters want me dead. My life's the walking dead. This is the walking dead.
I like the kind of 80s.
My life's the walking dead. This is the walking dead.
Produced by Sammy
My
Boy.
life's the walking dead. I got you in the trance. I have to do my dance.
A little bit repetitive from chorus to.
Keep your lights on, cause them bros peeking.
Okay.
Keep your lights on, cause them hoes tweaking. Keep your lights on, holy tweaking. Gotta turn up, you know it's the weekend. Keep your lights on, cause them bros tweaking. Keep your lights on, cause them hoes freaking. You gotta turn up, you know it's the weekend. I'm a superstar. I need a supermodel. I'm a rock star. I need a guitar and a new car. I'm stuck inside my bed. I'm laying on my bed.
I'm imagining
my haters want me dead.
Duran actually singing this.
My life's the walking dead. This is the walking dead. My life's the walking dead. This is the walking dead.
I'm sorry. So let's hit this button. Alright, so this is what's crazy, man. I don't know where anybody else is essentially at with what you heard, right? Because some of you guys are hearing him for the first time, but I've heard a lot of records, you know, from him. And, you know, there are certain records that hit, other records that need a lot of work. I'll hit the Dorky Don't Play That, and, you know, all that. But honestly, this might be close to one of the best records from him that I have heard, you know, within the stable. I don't think I've really heard anything from you that's been in that 80s kind of sound and feel. And I love new records that have that 80s feel, sound, aesthetic, that just era, the certain sounds used in the production, and it's interesting to see your style mixed with that. And you know, like any record that you guys come up with, like the best rule is to just imagine other artists in the lane actually with you know, doing a cover or singing or rapping, you know, your song as if it was them, or them doing a cover or remix of your song. You know, when you do that, you're able to really take yourself out of the you know, just you're able to listen to it like you're somebody else, right? And kind of see what everybody else is going to see. But yeah, it has, I think, the most potential out of all the records. Then now, like, I don't necessarily think about The Walking Dead, like, you know, like as much as it, you know, it could be that when it comes to the content. I really just thought about something that was in that 80s era or whatnot, right? So whether it's you basically doing a mock video of like Thriller or something like that, or just really trying to take it to something again closer to what we would hear from like take on me, take me, you know what I'm saying? You guys know that video? Like it was a crazy video. Even Family Guy had essentially paid homage to that, but you guys get what I mean, right? I think there definitely is potential for that. So, you know, like, look, if your question, I have no idea if it was a one song or one off, but to be honest, I, you know, get with Sammy Boy and see if y'all can make an EP, start there, see how you feel about that. If you like that, make plans for a full album, you know, and you know, you like, this is how you take things to the max. And a lot of times you guys are really just trying to find what is that best version of you, like day after day. This one's pretty close, so keep that up. What'd you say? And he said, I'm gonna surpass Elvis and watch his movie. We got a similar story upbringing. That's what's up. That's what's up. We'll have to see what things were similar between you and him and all that good stuff. All right, can we continue? But yeah, shout out and thank you for that, JJ. We finally got you,
Mr. J.
All right, this one is called Should Have Thought, and it's an instrumental. Shall I proceed? And then King T said you sent a skip. Shall I proceed? Yes, indeed. Thank you for letting me know, so I can chickity check. What was it? It's called Should Have Thought. Do y'all hear a rapper, a singer, and what genre? Yeah. Oh, I wanna take you inside of the club, and you get naked inside of the tub. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but your mama was weird. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, sir? What the heck am I doing? What the heck am I doing? There's a lot of time when I'm in the freaking car and it's not moving, but I'm still up in the same spot, and I freaking had some freaking kind of drug that I don't know if I'm still freaking there or I'm moving and I am up in the truck. I'm trying to like figure this shit out though, and there's a lot of time where y'all send a beat that should just be an outro, and there's a lot of freaking things and words that'll come right out of your mouth, bro, and there's a lot of things that I don't like that come up out of your mouth hole. Like, just stop it though, and you'll end up freaking in like some kind of like ditch frenzy or up in the hospital. A lot of times you make a freaking whack song, and that's the only reason why you ain't freaking had enough confidence to drop it, bro. Listen, I will tell you that I can open your door. I don't need a lock pick, bro. You know you should lock it though, cause I need to try and actually like prove the point, cause there's a lot of times where like I smoke weed, so I move the joint into the right location, and a lot of y'all know that I always might play my PlayStation, and a lot of y'all have played it, so y'all know all of the games that y'all also want to freaking give all the freaking games back that are, I guess, whack or something. I don't know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm fucking kinda acting like I don't know what I'm stuck in. And all of y'all know that like this beat you ain't touching. Shout out to McLovin. Nigga, you could put this beat inside of an oven or just shove it inside of your face and put some freaking lotion on the shit and then rub it. I don't know what to do, but let me stop. What do y'all think about that? Like 1 to 10 or 10 to 5? What is happening? Where did that come from? Where did that crown on the floor? What do y'all think about that? It reminds me of something like back in the days we would have heard from like Monica, Brandy, or Maya. Or Tony Braxton. I love you. You know what I'm saying? Put Luda. Give me somebody that'll be good at phone line. Put it on that swing. Everybody wanna carry it up a groove now. Look like Glenn. But a bit of B, and a pop with a bit of G, and a cut of the gag on the LED. There's a lot of time when you know that you with a D. Right? One of those. Busta Rhymes would not sound good on this. It's Busta Rhymes, and I got a landing. I wanted to do a freaking song, but not the one with Janet. Another law. See, it'll be too slow, cause he can get in there and rap fast too. Like, it'd be alright with him, but I think Ludacris was a better call. If it had to be a more old school kind of R&B record, that you know, so be it. You know what though? I feel like when it comes to R&B, like let's listen, sir, right? We have different artists today that are, you know, more recent, like a SZA, you know, for example. Then we have our classics like a John B and a Babyface and a Tony Braxton and stuff like that, right? And you could put like any of those people on it, right? Put a Tank on there and, you know, bring it to a certain level. I think the key is, even if something felt like it was potentially like dated to a certain extent, like it needs the right performance to kind of make it feel like it's an update. And again, like every performance that you do on any record will have a different effect. Whether or not it sounds like a mixtape joint to people is always going to depend on you, as well as the mix that you have on that situation, right? And then of course it does start with the beat as well. You want to make sure everything does hit hard. You want to use clean and often like good quality elements. If you are using any program specifically and you're just using the stock versions, always make that future plan to replace those with real elements, right? And see like what that sounds like with, you know, a certain actual, you know, guitar, or even if you take it to different genres and you wanted to make a like rock version or, you know, something like that, just give it your all and You know, for most producers, I would say make sure you guys have a beat tag, especially if any of you guys are into like type beats, more or less. I haven't necessarily felt like JJ is like into the sort of like type beat phase, because I don't see a lot of his beats sort of like titled in that way, and I appreciate that from y'all. If y'all do actually don't do that same thing, like I'm confusing the shit out of y'all. I appreciate those who treat their beats like art and give each one its own name. And like, look, to be honest, if like when you are uploading your songs, you should think about everyone that it does fit and put those in the hashtags, right? So within the hashtags, the description, that's where you can put any kind of more or less type beat information. But I always want certain things to really link back to the producer in the fullest way. And like sometimes your title of a beat can insinuate what song we make. The third thing that I'm going to say is, it's way more than third. The last thing that I'm going to say is, as a producer, don't forget about the era of the Timberland, the Pharrell, the Swiss Beats, the Kanye, right? These were different producers that found ways to still be a part of the records, right? Kanye more or less would just feature on things, right? But we had Pharrell, who would make sure he was on the chorus. Then we had Timberland, who would be more of the ad-libs, and sometimes he would get on the choruses too. Like we literally had choruses that were Timberland on a Justin Timberlake, you know, song and shit like that. So he very much was active within there, and I feel like we need that personal touch more than ever to really get you guys a part of it, to where like it almost feels like we need it every time. And if we don't get that feature right along with the beat, then it just won't be authentic and stuff. And if you want to charge different prices for different things as time goes on, like you can do that as well. It's just up to you on what you do. All right, let me go ahead and get this King Tej up real quick.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie,
King Tej is like, exactly. It's always good to be able to still have a lot of you guys come back into the show. King Tej hasn't been here for, you know, some time, but you know, there's always those times where you guys are more consistent. But what I love is when we get a little bit of those breaks and then we get to come back and potentially see what you've been working on since, right? So to really you know, kind of see what what's changed, if there's an upgrade, you know, that happened. But he's already been talented within you know, each record that I heard before. Let me see, what is, it's the Untitled one, right? Let's see where you go. Welcome back. The head was like, I agree as well. Shout out to Vault, what up?
Yeah.
7.10 on the last one.
Got me thinking about all the time that I wasted. Should be at the top, and instead I'm stuck in the basement. Procrastination seems to be my biggest flaw. Think I got all the time in the world, but really got no time at all. Think I'm always standing, but I'm about to fall. Feeling like I started walking, but I ain't even learned to crawl. Hoping that it's someone searching, but I never got the call. Fucked up, cause this music shit I really give my all.
Nice.
But who can I blame? No one but myself. I'm so sick of playing these mind games, thinking that I'm bigger than I am, and that's the mind frame. My man, I hope you understand. I never let my mind change again. Yeah, one of the best, and I know it. Put the work in, and I showed it. Only takes for one to notice, but they haven't noticed. It's either I just never grew or I was never focused. Yeah. It it took me this long to understand what I was doing wrong was never part of the plan. Right back in the hole, and I swore I'd never do it again. Know that I was chosen, but it seemed like they choosing again. Thought I made it perfect, but it seems like it's ruined again. Just my luck, buddy, yeah, I ain't never had no luck. Just some hurdles I had to jump over just to get my runs. Still subtracting niggas out my life that don't be adding funds. If it ain't about the money, I don't want it. Try to feed my family, you steady taking from it. Out here working 9 to 5 just to get a 9 to 5.
Right.
Shit that made no sense like the day I found out.
Working on a 9 to 5, trying to get a 9 to 5, man. Talk about it. We still in it right now. This is an MP3. Okay.
Picture me in a Chevy ride through the city, wanna get my hands dirty, petty shit. Never move with hesitation, never been irrelevant. All I gotta do is call my pops, send you heavy shit. I ain't got just the finger moving like the president, it's evident. You ain't never had a nigga back, never had no cheese. You ain't never spent a couple racks to get a couple peas, nigga, please. Who the fuck want war with me? Niggas got soldiers, but when it's over, they call it police. I guess admitting defeat is better than being deceased. Nigga, I'm fast on the break while you niggas constantly reach. Y'all just be swimming in shallow water, I call you a leech. Niggas be wanna be devils, most of the guy like they preach. Yeah, bitch, she treat me like God, send me to even the eyes. I been okay with my challenge, you niggas needing applause. My guys ain't signing no deals, you niggas sign with a clause. Catch me outside if you need to, my bitch bad, baby, but fuck it, I need to. The bag stay close to me like I got a G in sport. Remember you bleed too, that's something I stand for. My feet are so damn sore for walking all over you niggas who need a hand. I ain't giving out no handout, cause I do what you can. Type of nigga shouldn't get involved, you ain't pushing no rain. Pushing more birds to the lake, you better than me, what you think?
Because I gotta remember what the first one's.
Thinking that I'm bigger than I am, and that's the mafia.
All right, so this one's an interesting kind of little combo, right? Because you know you have a 2-pronged song or whatnot. Assuming that you're still thinking of the name, or maybe you're just withholding it until you actually release it. It could be one of those like half and half kind of scenarios or whatnot, where you you know, put the overall dash in between and actually have names for both sides. Now if you want it to be one name, that's also something decent as well. And I like the beat switch between both parts, right? Because the first half, I think it's more reminiscent of like production we might hear like a certain artist like a Drake or something like that on, and then second half reminds me of a beat we might have heard before or whatnot. So I'm wondering if it's a remix kind of scenario. Again, it just has a familiar overall sound or whatnot, but it has a little bit of excitement to it, right? Because of the energy and you know, just what it would do. I'm almost curious on if that last one should go first and then it go into the vibe, right? Because I mean, it really depends, right? Like, let's say you were gonna perform these for a crowd. If you see a crowd that's bored and you do something that has less energy, that's usually not going to help, right? So getting them amped up and hyped is the key. And so often when you have the right production it will get people to have a certain overall outlook and feel. Like, just look at the crowd, right? See how they're reacting. Some of them are just gonna be standing there, arms crossed. Maybe they ain't even like moving to the beat itself or whatnot. But you guys basically have to change that with your energy, your demeanor, and of course the right songs within there. You're still consistent as far as I can hear, and what I know from, you know, the classics and things like that you have sent to the show, and I'm almost assuming that it's somewhere potentially in like an intro. But what did you say? You said just haven't named it yet, and then still mixing it. Okay. So then let us know when it's fully done, and you know, rhymes and everything were on point. So we appreciate that, man. All right, let me make sure we can go back into the free line, y'all. Let me go to figure out. It's 3 a.m. and I don't know what the heck to do. Alright, let me see. What do we got next? Ergonomics. What did you send me today? Let me see if this is a video or sit back here. Appreciate that gear. Appreciate that gear right there, dog. Said also those are two different songs. I'm waiting on features. So okay. So we're not gonna basically hear it like that. Like on the project, it's gonna be some different. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up. We'll see what how those change depending on the feature. And again, I like a feature because to me, whether you do an extra verse for something or you get a feature, like it's extending the song or you on the beat a little bit more. And I do think that that is important. I've never been somebody who has loved records being shorter. Like I've never asked for that, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe that like it's the artist's job to just like who feels a beat and really likes it, yet they only get on, you know, just a section of it, and like, you know, especially if there's more provided. Now sometimes I get it, you guys can blame the producers for only providing a certain amount of beat. That I'll give you guys that. However, like I figured out how to pretty much do everything. Like when I had first started making music and didn't know crap, everything that I wanted to know how to do, I basically sought after and figured that out. So if it was let me loop this beat so I can make it longer myself, or figuring out how to make my own beats, and then if I was using somebody else's beat, building upon and on top of that beat to give it a little bit more flair in certain sections. You know, there's always just so many more things that we can do to just show people like we're present. We appreciate the artistry. And yeah, no, I know we're in that era of AI, and you know, I really don't want to have to talk about AI too much. And you know, it's a good day when we don't really have to have that conversation. But it makes me appreciate real artists whenever we hear, whenever we see you guys, and whenever we are seeing you do the work. Like, know that yes, when you have the talent and you don't need to use AI for the help to make anything a little bit easier, those things matter. Don't listen to people who try to say, well, technically AI are any plugin or you know, when you sample, you do like this. It's not the same. When we sample, we do still have we want the person that we sampled to 100% know that we are sampling. Like, we're paying them homage. In most cases, we want other people to know that they exist, so we sample them for that. AI is, you know, basically a fake generated artist when we're hearing the vocals. And so even if you are doing the vocals at first and changing your voice to it, what if we like the artist and want a full album and a live tour, but we can't because they're not real, and we don't want you to build something fake for them either. So that's where we always kind of come back around to like what's the end game, right? Anyways, hey ho,
I put my hands up, I can surrender. I'm getting ready.
This is interesting.
I'm superhuman, I'm supernova. I burn the candle both sides. Your force is coursing right through my body. I feel the temperature rise. I only want this. It's hallelujah for the rest of my life. You keep me up all night, up all night. You keep me up all night, up all night. Hey, call this number if love is wanting. Open 7 days of the week. Your life is constant, it's never stopping.
Excuse me, sir. Can you get off my window, please?
Oh, my bad. I'm making a music video.
Just take a second and breathe.
That's all I started thinking about. I love those like back and forth shots that we'll get between what people look like when other people see them. That's what's up, Nick Lowe. Appreciate you for stepping back in.
Up all night. It keeps me up all night. Up all night. Hey. You keep me up all night. Up all night. You keep me up all night. Up all night. I put my hands up, I can surrender. I'm getting ready to fly. I'm superhuman, I'm supernova. I burn the candle both sides. Hallelujah, hallelujah, for the rest of my life. Hallelujah, hallelujah, for the rest of my life. You keep me up all night, up all night.
So Oregonomics is showing this artist support.
Up all night, up all night. You keep me
It's
up
Obong JR
up all night.
with Not in Surrender.
You keep me up all night, up all night.
Is that the artist too? Just in case, you know, because sometimes they'll have different people just, you know, kind of mouthing the song. Whether it is or not, I like the visuals and I like the record. Everything was good quality. I think a good video. You end up wondering like how certain things were done, right? Especially if the artist is really in front of the camera, right? And some people are really creative in terms of figuring out how to do certain things. Like if you say, I want it to look like I'm stepping on the screen from the floor, but you know, like, how am I doing that because it's from the side and da, da, da. And it's like changing the angles, putting a camera on the floor, and then putting like a clear table, you know, under that so we can, you know, film it. There's just always a way to do things and make it look a certain way or whatnot. And when you can do it like that, and then you can also kind of make us wonder, like, yo, where is, like, how big is the glass, and you know, just to what extent did they go to, you know, different things. The overall you know, song was amazing as well. We had a good vibe. It was energetic. It felt like a good travel kind of record, you know, something where you know, you're just on the freeway going to a very specific location, and you know, you'd have that playing as the sync license kind of record, more or less. And then a heist scene, as like the heist is taking place, or they're planning that heist. You could potentially hear the record in that. So thank you for introducing us to him, of course, Oregonomics.
Everybody tripping on this bitch.
I said I quit money.
Thank you,
Dirty
thank
happy
you.
when they bleed, but he do just what he please. I swipe visa every hour, but my phone on D&D. Dirty
we
D
got
sniff
you.
the powder, but she bless me when I sneeze.
Stay
ARPs and
Dirty
250,
Dan.
smoking cookie by the P. Bitch, I'm winning Charlie Sheen, master past COVID-19. B.I.G. it's all a dream, taking over with the team. In the B&B, bad bitches trying to see a G. I took another Percocet and then I started seeing things.
Yeah, bitch, they call me Scary Mary. I ain't got no fucking wings. I don't give a fuck. Pop 'em in this motherfucking team. I don't give a fuck, bitch. I ain't reppin' no C. I don't give a fuck. You is not no G.O.D. Bitch, I be wearing my vape, hitting my vape. Flavor be grape, and I really start to take. And I really take a tape, and I really start to wait. I don't know why everybody tryna hate. I don't give a fuck, maybe that is your fate. Motherfucker talking shit, get up out my face.
Get up out my face, bitch, that's a closed case. Wearing rubber gloves and mask, leaving no trace. I don't really love the bitch, I love that whole shape. She ain't really bout nothing, get that girl space. Fuck it though, I'm tryna count this money, road running. Motherfuckers pussy always asking me to hold something. Switch the whip and fuck the police, they be low hunting. Coolin' kid up on the chopper, we be cold gunning. Dirty greedy motherfucker, we ain't breaking bread. Aim the 40 at his melon, I'ma bust his head. Free the motherfucking bros out the fucking feds. All that barking like you bout it, gon' get you dead.
I just did 8 months in the fucking feds. Got me on a big ass box, man, that shit is dead. Man, I'm going back and forth, I think I need some tread. Oh, I heard your girl's bad, tell her give me head. If she tell me no, it's cool, I'll just leave her dead. See that playing like you from the streets, got you looking sped. Like I said before, I just got out the fed, so you know the first thing I gotta do is get that bread. How you gon' talk, but you broke as a bitch? You ain't got no money, you ain't even fucking rich. Talking that shit will leave you in a ditch. Got a homeboy and he really got a switch. From the 941, but I moved to 810. Not some Vaughn, but you know how this shit go. Promise I will pull up with the motherfucking pole. Leave your ass with no fucking dome.
Didn't bleed down nothing, get that girl space. Fuck it though, I'm tryna count this money, road running. Motherfuckers pussy always asking me to hold something. Switch the whip and fuck the police, they be low hunting. Coolin' kid up on the chopper, we be cold gunning. Dirty greedy motherfucker, we ain't breaking bread. Aim the 40 at his melon, I'ma bust his head. Free the motherfucking bros out the fucking fed.
Right. I think there's a good energy here. Nothing too crazy, right? You guys don't get in there and go aggressive. You're not like 6ix9ine yelling at the record. So there's always going to be a little bit more that somebody else may want, especially for a beat like that. It does feel like something that would be a full-on, you know, posse track. So, you know, I'd say add a few more artists and energies and voices, and you know, let it be one of those. Of course, make sure that, like, you know, like, again, as a producer, one of the dope things that we can do is, you know, we can have a beat that we, you know, have the general idea, we make that, and then we, you know, it inspires us to make a song. We make that song, and then guess what? After, we can go back in and change things within the beat pertaining to each section of maybe an artist verse. So you could even change certain elements when each artist actually pops up, allowing it to add to the the identity and stuff like that. So that is something I think not a lot of people, sorry about that, I shouldn't be eating while I'm doing it. That is something I think not a lot of people think about, and sometimes you guys don't have access to it because you may be rapping to like a 2-track and stuff like that. But you can also make changes with the stems. So if there's a price where you guys can get the legit stems from the producer, always ask, and producers always provide. Like give an option. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. Okay, so I think people love options, and so if you give them various ways to not only pay for a beat, but for them to know literally 1-to-1. Okay, so if I want a cipher worth of beat, and like I know how many artists that I want on something, if you know, like a cipher worth and or more, right? Like, again, just put a certain price within that, because it is more. Like, while somebody may just go, well, no, I could just loop it myself, and then like, you don't understand. Like, the best kind of situation would be for the beat to start changing over time, because if you have a cipher, even if all the artists are dope as hell, the listener could get bored by a certain time. So you do want to, as a producer, think about something different you can do in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven. Like every further you go, you got to make sure that that thing is going to stand out, because you want to remind people that you are a part of the record just as much as whatever artist is actually on the beat. You already know how I feel about like punching in and stuff like that. Like, I always say, like, stay away from it unless you're doing it strategically, meaning the punch in has to be something you really want the audience to say, or you're hype man. And just picture that kind of scenario, right? Try to stay away from situations where you're easily gonna cut yourself off if you do not have access to, you know, a hype man or certain situations. Like, you never know, but you're gonna want to okay, bye.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Alright, that kid straight up. We got you. Let's see, what is this called? Call on Jesus. Do I remember you? Oh no, wait, hold on. What the freak? You sent nothing. Let me go in again. Not yet. There's no file or link in the email. So just make sure you send it and we'll throw it back in. We'll throw it back in. So you should be good. As long as you make sure to send it properly. Send it properly. A lot of y'all had talked to me. What up, Liquid? What you think?
I've been waiting 4 days.
That was decent.
4 days. You're gone, made a fog haze. No trace, there's no trace. Where are your response?
TPO with no reply.
Have no stealth when I'm facing myself. Leaving decoys, park bench myself. Left you feeling blue, throwing titles at myself. With your tender ass, better mend yourself. Defend yourself from yourself. Expectation high on the shelf. What you trying to smoke? Your own damn self. Even within, better know yourself. No exit here, stay inside might help. Screaming for help won't help yourself. Mask yourself, but you know it won't help. Fade away out, fade out, no self. Shine on me, put the light on the shelf. Grab a night snack, cause depression on deck. Around like a waste, what a waste of a belt. With that sin of men, better send them in. No point of views like you need a click. It's a little late when the blood don't drip. Do not disturb, you gone on a trip. Tell me how's hell's in the magnet, bitch. Magnify yourself with the lens you win. I let you win when I lend you this. So like Pac, you owe me big. Gave you my blood, now I'm a crip. Dealing with you past gangster shit. Caught like manners, they label it. You sit at the table with your soul all in. I know you're heartbroken, it's repetitive. Maybe take some sedatives. Maybe let it settle in. I know you feel alone in your home, ain't it? Can't phone home, no ET shit. You swallowed down the pain, led you to this. Reminisce about the winter mist of all the times that you have missed. Family obligations, cause you high and you were wasted. Knowing that you're educated, saying fucking education, you fool.
Big facts though. Bell 5.
I've been waiting 4 days. 4 days. You're gone, made a fog haze. No trace, there's no trace. Where are you? Respond. Are you okay? Or am I too late?
Not too late. There's a lot of time when you want to hate. Everybody wanna be able to listen to a dope song, but they be like, nah man, you not too great. Also, when I'm hungry as hell, I'm gonna go and maybe make me 2 plates. Also, I'm back in this shit though, back in this whole thing. I don't know if you need a whole pistol. People know that they don't even gonna sit you. Alright, what you guys think about this right here? Give your overall thoughts. 1 to 1089 feedback is welcome. Listen, I love a good conversation piece. I love a good conversation piece when it comes to, you know, a song, right? As, again, every now and then we get into records that are very different across many different artists. Some just kind of say whatever, and you almost... you know, more or less will, like, it'll sound like exactly what's happening in most cases. If like we are an artist and we feel like it sounds like they're freestyling, like, you know, like it's something that I've been trying to get certain artists out of. But when you have a structure and you know where you want to go, you're able to really have a lot more fun with the record. You're able, like, this is how it is for me, right? If you write it, there is absolutely no excuse for it to be bad in any which way. People should always be able to see, like, oh crap, like their writing is dope. And it never looks bad when we hear an artist who writes their stuff. It's better structured because literally you can see the words on the paper or phone, whatever you guys are using, but you can see and write things in a pattern so that like you just know exactly where you are within the beat, and you can make it very intricate. You'll just know as you're writing it down and looking at each word and practicing each section as it comes up, and starting over, and then, you know, just again formulating the record. You'll feel it right away if there's any part where you're repetitive and suddenly it feels like, you know, you need to switch it up. You'll just know exactly when those things happen because you can see it. And also when it comes to certain rhyming and patterns and whatever you're like, sometimes you're gonna run out of things you can rhyme within a certain sector and ideas. So knowing when to switch it up before we also as listeners can hear that from you is always the case. But yeah, so I love real content. I love when you guys really think about real stuff to get in about. He had a lot of lines that had certain things or whatnot, but certain things stood out, right? The like knowing you educated while you're saying, you know, effing education. Like, man, I had never thought about that from those that are very much, you know, within that sector. Like look, the fact of the matter is, the more you know, the smarter you will be. The more that you will just think about the average person that has no survival skills, right? You take everything away from them, including their phone, put them in the woods. What will they truly know how to do, right? And so obviously there's a different education there. There's also street smarts, right? Knowing this sort of like who not to talk to or stare at too long, or what places just not to go because they don't care who you are. They'll, you know, take your stuff. Like, whatever the case, there's always more to learn. It's a great thing to learn. Now, the system that is built for a lot of those things, like, I get it, because when you feel like you're forced to do certain things and then like you're just like, this is boring, why don't they just let you learn exactly one-to-one what you do? I think the trade-off is they'll allow you to take those classes for whatever you want to be able to do, but then at the same time they want anyone who graduates from their schools to have a certain basic knowledge, because when they can look at your transcripts in your classes and say, this person graduated with this honors and they were very much in this class they got, like, they can just tell the many things that you are good at by what you know. And you know, the sad part for, like, I think a lot of our generations were that, like, you know, we'd go to school, and especially like high school and middle school, right? We'd go to school, and the moment we get there, we already want to leave, right? And so we're just trying to do things so we can hurry up and get out of the class. And then what happens every summer, especially if you don't go to a summer school, you come back and feel like you got to learn everything all over again. So that kind of sucks or whatnot. Anyways, back to the overall song itself. I feel like you have, some resonance within there. This could potentially use a legit music video, but I do like that you have a little bit of a visual to it. Any kind of visual really does matter, because if you go and perform at venues, it would be smart to have the videos on the projector. If it's a lyric video, that helps. If it's a music video, even better. And then you get to see that. And the Hedge was like, that was real good. Shout out. That's to say LL, man. Hold on, y'all. Y'all can't hear the crunches. I forgot about that. Y'all can't hear the crunches. So me saying bebop was your thing. No. Alright, I'm gonna get a soda real quick. Let me move my phone right here. Let me get this soda and then we'll jump right back in the lineup. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I know sometimes it can take some time. It is 8:09 p.m. right now for me. I don't usually get off until at least around 420 or when I'm done with the submission. So if you haven't been played yet, we still got you in the lineup. We'll try to get there as soon as possible. Give me a second. Let me put up the be right back screen for a second.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so...
Alright. Let's see where we are at. Back in the cusp. Back in the cusp. I always press every single button on the ship to see what it actually does. Are we able to... Let me see if I can download it. Some things might be a visual though. If it won't let me do that, I might have to just play it directly, but I also won't be able to... Nope, it said problem playing this video. For the whatever reason, it was not to let me down, Lord. If you're new to the show, send your record to thatdorkyreviewshow@gmail.com. I'm talking to Nick Lowe. I'm talking to Nick Lowe. Let me try one more time. And nothing there. Alright, so we'll have to once again, if something happens, just make sure you send in the proper thing. If you're sending videos, it's better to send like a link to something, upload it somewhere else, send a link, cause it'll sometimes be a little too big. K Wales, we got you up, featuring Psychotic, Supple Hook, Struggle in the Pain.
Struggle with the pain, struggle with the tears, struggle with the fame, struggle with the fear, struggle through the years. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. Struggle with the pain, struggle with the tears, struggle with the fame, struggle with the fear, struggle through the years. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear.
Now let me make it clear, I know what the struggle is. I've been trying to hustle up for years, shedding blood and tears. And ain't no motherfucker about to tell me shit, cause I've been listening and trying to take it in, but I can't comprehend what the hell they talking about. I'm about to walk it out. Leave them line and chalk so they know what it's all about. Cause I've been sick of hearing shit just coming out the mouth of monster motherfuckers. All you suckers do is talking out. I never did it for the clout, never for the fame. But I ain't never been the same since switching up the lane. And ain't a damn thing changed with the damn name. I'ma stay the same, maybe I'm the one to fucking blame. And yeah, I get it, I'm the minute, don't forget it, man. I'm ridiculous the way I kick the realest shit at hand. Bitch, I'm with the illest clan, never did I give a damn. I've been dealing with it for a minute, stealing what I can. And I'm ashamed to say that, but that's a straight fact. Life been kinda rough, but I just suck it up and take that. And it don't matter if they hate that, I stay fast. I just gotta do it so my kids don't take the same path.
I'm gonna restart real quick. I'll bring you right back.
Struggle through the years, I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. Struggle with the pain, struggle with the tears, struggle with the fame, struggle with the fears, struggle through the years. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear.
Just wanna make it clear that I don't want you to be naked, girl. I just want you to like go eat bacon, and I don't know what to do, but like you need breaks when you do too much shit. And there's a lot of time where you know I have too much spit, and I always try to get it on the record. And there are freaking artists who really just only do this for a necklace, but I can always get up on a freaking beat that you send me, I'll wreck it. And sometimes you just need to send me checks when you always need to make sure that I can be your best friend, or I don't even really know what the happen with having that sentence. Sometimes freaking you gotta stop it, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you know what, I'm about to go up in the freaking sky like I am a rocket, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but I'm so stupid that I don't know how to stop it. So you gotta go.
Struggle with the pain, struggle with the tears, struggle with the fame, struggle.
I was unprepared for that.
Through the years, I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. Struggle with the pain, struggle with the tears, struggle with the fame, struggle with the fears, struggle through the years. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear. I just wanna make it clear.
So first off, man, I liked that, and you know what we were able to hear so far. You know, obviously when it's now it wants to freaking download. No, wait, is this the Nick Lowe one? I think the Nick Lowe one finally wants to download, so we should be able to pull that one in. But this right here, you know, it has a good overall vibe, right? You already know, like we go through the conversations about the, you know, more or less AI, you know, choruses and stuff like that. You know, it works, but there's always gonna be that. Like, just always think every name that you can actually put as a feature, it matters, right? I'm always for supporting the real artist community, and I feel like to always bring that humanity to it will be something of importance. So I bring it up for educational purposes on both ends, right? Because not everybody does make the plan to, like, you know what, let me go and have it re-recorded, get a real artist on there and have them do their thing. Some want to treat it like a sample, and have it be that, right? Because you don't often have people come and then perform the sample, and it's more of like a DJ kind of situation. Overall though, we had some great performances, and there, you know, we need to see where that extra verse is going to take it, right? Is it well, I guess, yeah, we just gotta wait for it to be filled out, but good job, and we'll love to see the video for that. Let's see what we got next. Oh no, keep forgetting, man. Stop forgetting. Stop forgetting. You know what? You are not machete. All right, let's see if I can play this video. We'll do it with these. This should be the Nick. Oh no, nope, it's not gonna work. At least that. Hold on, let me try. If it's not that. Okay, did it allow me to let me try maybe. I mean, what would happen if I just do it directly from the browser? Would it even open? It's just giving me 0. Maybe there's something wrong with the file itself. Let me see if I can go over here one more time. What else could I open it with? Because I'm afraid it'll just like, it won't play anyway, right? Like I could try Windows Media Player. And nope, it's not gonna work. Yeah, something's wrong with the file itself. At least from the last version. So as I said before, I recommend that you upload whatever you're trying to send to another platform that I can basically go and view that from. BL, we're gonna go ahead and plug you in right now. What are you guys saying over there?
See the glisten, if you don't get it, the same do. You ain't got the vision, on a mission to slay you. Leave you in the ditching, then I'm ditching a bang too. Homie, why you running? No one out there to save you. Fry you up like onions, you be done if I came through. Aim's true, tell them out of bullets and I shank you. Wrap a belt around your neck, squeeze into your face blue. Fake watch, fake chain, flow, same fake you. You ain't even rapping, you want action, it takes two. Most you rappers acting, homie, there ain't no take twos. Pull up slapping bastards, every point that you make move. Sick of all the yapping, pull a cannon, you say truce. Y'all are backwards, looking pretty cake fruit. Hope you die faster, I'm thinking they would thank you. Go and turn Casper, the lean was probably laced too. So if you don't get the point, bitch, we really hate you. I will fade you, 1 to the 2. No one there to save you, the fuck you gon' do? I don't think you're able, flip them like a table. I spray through, 1 hit'll knock a fucking brain loose. I would fade you, 1 to the 2. No one there to save you, the fuck you gon' do? I don't think you're able, flip them like a table. I spray through, 1 hit'll knock a fucking brain loose. Sight timer with it, tight bomber fitted. Acting tough, homie, your flow is too counterfeited. Call your bluff, Brody, you know we about that business. Just watch you die slowly and I'll be down in the Guinness. Go and pour up, leave you tore up. Leave a rapper stumbling like I just ripped the floor up. Sick of all that mumbling, you need to sew your jaw shut. I bet you auto-tune rappers keep your fucking balls tucked. Got some whack songs, how the fuck you rap wrong? Battle me, I'll show you a Marvel versus some Capcoms. G, stop it, be Team Rocket and blast off. Cause me flopping's like Pink walking a dead dog. Y'all are really like, how the fuck you get a mic? AI streams are not the same thing as building hype. All those fake rings and those things you really like, it never gonna mean a thing if you don't get a life. I will fade you, 1 to the 2. No one there to save you, the fuck you gon' do? I don't think you're able, flip them like a table. I spray through, 1 hit'll knock a fucking brain loose. I would fade you, 1 to the 2. No one there to save you, the fuck you gon' do? I don't think you're able, flip them like a table. I spray through, 1 hit'll knock a fucking brain loose.
What do y'all think about that? Alright, so with this one, man, you know me, bro. I like your style when it comes to the, you know, bar-centric, you know, bar for bar. You know, let me get in there and you know, truly get that hip-hop, you know, situation. And I feel like you are, you know, every record you battling somebody. You and Here's Johnny always have that like, could be talking about somebody specific or just everyone in general, right? But when it comes to the beat, I do feel like it needs to switch up at some point, right? And with the simplicity of what's going on, it wouldn't hurt to replace the fact that it's a sample with like an actual piano and something that's a little bit more consistent in there. And then even then, if it was going to be more of a sample, I still feel like there's other things that could have happened. There's other octaves that it could have went into at certain times. There's like certain sound effects or DJ scratches and things like that would have added some nice flair to it. And I do want to remind you guys, one thing that I love doing is making a custom beat around vocals. And so if there's anything that you guys come across where maybe you rap to an industry beat and you know you're not going to be able to monetize that, holla at me, man. I love to basically build something new around the vocals and or even if you're planning on remixing a certain song, if your decision is just to rap on the same beat, that's when I like to step in and be like, you know what, let's sample it and make it a little bit different, right? You want to change the tempo, add drums, you want to chop it up in the right way and make the new version something that is sought after just as much as the old one or whatnot. So just keep that up, man. All right, man. We
got a car accident. Don't call the lawyer. Use this free AI.
We got LB Sickening, and this one is well, he put 2 in the thing, but if I only got one choice, I'm pulling out Vibes, bruh. You sent a song called Vibes? I gotta see if it resonates, man. It's from what, Snoop 300? Let's see if it actually is vibey.
I'm way up in the clouds, ain't never coming down. Way up in the
Let's see if I can get it.
ain't never coming down. Shawty wanna vibe, get high with me. Shawty wanna vibe, get high with me. I'm way up in the clouds. Shawty wanna go. I'ma take her so. She just wanna vibe. Got her hypnotized. Oh my God. Take her on the ride. Take her on the coast. She want all the blow. I got all the smoke. I got all the smoke. I'm way up in the clouds. Ain't never coming down. Shawty wanna ride. Come on, let's get high. Come on, let's get high. I'm way up in the clouds, shawty, I ain't coming down. She just wanna vibe with me. Got her hypnotized. I'm way up in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. She just wanna ride, get high with me. She just wanna vibe with me. Got her hypnotized. Way up in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. I'm way up in the clouds, I ain't never coming down. I'm way up in the clouds, ain't never coming down. Shawty wanna go. Shawty wanna go. I'ma take her soul. I'ma take her soul. Vibe with me. Gotta hypnotize.
What am I doing? Why am I Why did I let this go on for so freaking long? And so I'm over here. I know exactly why. But.
When these rappers try to make a clever song, no matter what they do, we'll never get along. They fix the COVID, now we'll never share a bomb. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye, and your back, and your arm check. I got shaved right up.
So I do feel like the performance that he had needed work. The tones, like, you know, the timing, placement, octaves, like there are certain places that it just started kind of going anywhere, and you know the energy is very, very low, right? If some of these records are for people who don't want to turn up, then I get it to a certain extent, but we can't just do anything to any beat. That's one thing I need every artist to get through their head. This is why I don't like freestyling songs, because you can't just think everything that you say or sing on the record is going to be accepted and top notch by everybody. Like, no, you're gonna need to experiment and really figure out what are the right versions of you that you need to use on the right beats, so that the tones that you are using work right. And like okay, so you could take what you have, like let's say you delete the beat, and someone, again, we just got out of talking about that, like we can build something on top of the vocals that actually fit what you're doing tonally and works. But right now it almost feels like somebody else tried that, but they didn't think about making sure that it was in the right key. So it just feels like like I don't know if you would want people to know that. And you said whoever that was, please go spend serious time in the lab, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, look, like you, but here's the thing, because people will spend time, but like they don't have the structure. They don't have that want to be a professional, and so they don't sit down and write. They rush themselves through. They try to feel everything, and at the end of the day, they want to be able to say, "Oh, I freestyled that." The problem is, we can tell. Right? If you go in certain places and you don't have enough, and I get like not knowing how to write melodic records. You don't know how to, you're not classically trained often, right? So a lot of you guys don't know how to write that down, and so in your mind you're like, I don't write because I'm gonna forget the lyrics if I'm just if I'm just randomly out somewhere. And like, look, let me give you a few pointers, right? So if you are out and about and you have ideas, just record a note. Like there's little recording apps where you can just record little spurts here and there, and record those ideas, record the cadence of what you're doing, the melodies that you're gonna have, so you have a reminder when you go back into it. But I wouldn't punch in every bar artist, and I also wouldn't freestyle. I just never feel like they make great records. You just kind of get situations where it feels like the artist is going everywhere and trying to see what sticks, when we need to have the confidence. We need to have the confidence from you and the right tones that make us want to sing along with you. If anything, to do karaoke, a cover of your song, or to even want to remix it, man. Those are the key things you guys want to look for. Yo. Next up, we got at the Shadow, Young Johnny Cash Money. Somehow
Young Johnny Cash Money, Young Johnny Cash Money, get that fast money, that ass money, get it back, honey.
I think I remember when you sending this before.
Run it.
What up, Corey?
Run it, stun it, want it. 101 it. I don't want nothing.
You see what I'm saying?
I get the nothing.
Today.
Feel like
And why
young
is there
Johnny,
like
cash money?
something
Feel like
else
young
playing in the
Johnny,
background?
Cash money, young Johnny, cash money, all up in your ass money. Keep that gas money, gas money, cash money.
We gotta hit that button. All of the times you frontin', I'ma hit you with a pumpkin. Sometimes you don't even know what happened to Lupton. Look up the
I think that I'm the only dork here who played in the brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I will hit you fucking rappers in the face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I just... I don't know what the hell happened.
Where's the gunshot?
All right, so I mean, do we really have to have the same conversation twice? It really is the same aspect, right? I almost appreciate you sending that because we were able to use it as an example of exactly what it sounds like fully when you do kind of freestyle, when you're just kind of doing whatever, right? Again, these are the things that we don't want you to do. We need you to basically hold on. I think earlier I talked about how you know it's things like that for some people kill music and kill the industry for them, and they have no faith in like just the future, you know, artists, because there's not a lot of like there was an era where everyone you heard really did have talent. There was no whack artists in the industry, and so when everyone saw all the artists in the game and like had the thought of wanting to get into it, every single one of us basically knew that we had to basically come into a skill of really being able to try to make the best records. Otherwise you weren't taken serious, right? And you had to have originality as well, so you couldn't just sound like anybody else. You couldn't freestyle your records like you're hearing a lot of artists do. Even the punch-ins weren't a thing that was consistent across the board. Like there was a time where to even punch in costed time and money, because it was having to like manually rewind something, go back, and then, you know, like literally there weren't programs that you could see the wave and stuff like that in that same way at first. So a lot of things were done more professionally. I felt like music was better off for it too, because you were truly able to see a talent. You knew that what you were hearing was real, and the artist was basically, you know, doing their thing. And I think what I meant to get to earlier was like, look, if a label signed you right now and paid you to go into the studio, is that truly what you would come out with? Because I would sign you and drop you in the same day, basically. Like that's basically exactly what would happen, because there's just, you know, you can't be just wasting people's money doing whatever. Beat also just, it was kind of all over the place. I don't know if people were even able to hear, just like slightly in the background there was, I think you had Ring of Fire or something from Johnny Cash. A Ring of Fire. And you had like it just slightly in the thing, and it wasn't necessarily even on beat, so everything is kind of just everywhere. That's what I need you to fix, okay? Other than that, you know, you should be good. If you guys sent properly, you should be in the lineup. Always look for a confirmation email, and if you did not get one, resend at least an extra time. Remember the email.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to that dorky review show at gmail.com.
Get that in. And make sure that you do that. If you didn't get a confirmation email, you are most likely not in there just yet. You guys also have to remember that you send with different emails too. Like, for example, I'm willing to bet half of you don't have your email being your artist name at gmail.com. And when you create your email, some of you guys most likely put your first and last name as your first and last name instead of putting your artist name right there and creating the nickname that is your artist name and all that. Like, that is the first thing that we see when you guys do send your emails. Like, it's literally whatever you put as that first and last name. We don't see the email, like the so-and-so at Gmail. Like, we have to hover over it to be able to see it.
I'm traveling the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes.
We got Don Cabron.
Worldwide in the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes. Hey, yeah, I'm globally respected. Yep, and locally accepted. Vocally aggressive. They told me I'm the freshest. You got a team of writers. How you supposed to be the bestest? You industry, y'all some vultures and some peasants. We industries, we got the culture and the essence. They notice in the presence. They can see I'm horrified. I delve inside my mind and leave Professor X mortified and horrified and fortified and organized. Y'all glorify the worst ones. I blaze your favor for my words done. Duck when the verses fly, but only if the verse apply. Ain't no back and forth, boy. You done on the first reply. They gotta go and get they man for me. Female rappers too, I don't give a damn, shorty. Mask off, know the skies. Y'all boys know the vibe. Surprises fresh on private jets in the open skies. I'm traveling the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes. Try to blackball me, you kick me to the curbside. Now you can't afford me because my voice worldwide. I'm traveling the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes. Try to blackball me, you kick me to the curbside. Now you can't afford me because my voice worldwide. 21 MCs at the same time, that's a mass murder. Your best bet, try to squash the beef like a smash burger. When they say I'm going too far, take it a tad further. Underrated rapper from the south, you never had heard of. I don't follow trends, nah, I'ma do it first. Got about a dozen songs in the power universe. Now my name popping, everybody in the game clocking. Never the same options, get it done without name dropping. Never cooning, my real friends notice. Changing my alarm pin, the only time I code switch. See, we made a plan, and to this day I am keeping it real. I don't fake it till I make it, fam. Yeah, your operation cool, but you complacent, fam. I come through and pause everything like Mason Cam. Mask off, know the skies, y'all boys know the vibe. Surprise, it's fresh on private jets in the open skies. I'm traveling the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes. Try to blackball me, you kick me to the curbside. Now you can't afford me because my voice worldwide. I'm traveling the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes. Try to blackball me, you kick me to the curbside. Now you can't afford me because my voice worldwide. I'm traveling the globe ever since a young and I've been battling my foes.
When you battling, I used to be a little freaking baby till my mom freaking was a little
battling my foes.
Yeah, man. Let me go back. There's a lot of time where like you hear a dope beat, but freaking sometimes. Listen, you just all over it, so I can't do nothing. First off, you did a dope job yourself. I love your wordplay.
Hey, yeah, I'm globally respected. Yep, and locally accepted. Vocally aggressive. They told me I'm the freshest. You got a team of writers. How you supposed to be the bestest?
Like, listen, that right there. Story of our lives, bro. Like, when we have these conversations, man, some people won't get it if they're not sort of that same cloth. But the reason why we have those conversations of, you know, you writing your own lyrics, and it's mainly in like hip hop, right? We don't knock people in R&B and in country and rock and alternative and everything. because we appreciate that you guys can be vessels for other people's records to bring to life, right? But in rap, we need you specifically to be able to have your own skill, right? And it's true. How can you claim to be the best if you need help with your writing? That goes for whether you use AI or another person to write your stuff. Like, you know, it just goes without saying. Like, it's not like I had a lot of respect for Benzino at all to begin with. But I lost all respect when we found out. And if you didn't know, like, basically when he was going on the whole tour of, you know, just kind of, you know, keeping Eminem in his, you know, on his mind, and you know, basically dissing him every chance he could get. Eventually he made a diss record, but it wasn't written by him. It was written by another artist who I believe was a rapper himself, maybe about a rapper freaking as well. But he had basically wrote this song, and he did an interview. I forgot what the name of that show was. I gotta get it, and then I'll let you guys know. But he was basically on it's that one podcast where they basically interview, you know, certain artists, and they have those conversations in like a barbershop or whatnot, right? You'll know, you know, if you know, you know. But within that, he talked about how, you know, he wrote and he's a fan of Eminem, right? And so it just immediately made me lose respect, because how are you gonna go around on a tour, like literally dissing this man, saying he's the worst because this, and you just won't let it go, and then you can't even write your own diss song. You have to go to somebody else to really get in there and do it. Like, red flags all over the place, pretty much, man. Like, I feel like if you can't compete, you almost shouldn't even be able to have the conversation, you know, because real talent respects real talent, and they know how hard it is to really to sit down and truly think about the best that you can do. Shoot, you might as well had Eminem write you M's diss record. You know what I mean? Like, at that point, if you're gonna have somebody, like, do that, and then we'll feel some kind of coolness or whatnot. Either way, this one was you know, dope throughout. I think maybe a little bit of a mix or whatnot, but I love your hip hop just sound and feel on the record. Let me see. And here it was, and I have your reaction all on channel whatnot. Yeah, I think it was somewhere like close to like the end or something like that. I forgot when it was, but I do remember getting a video from you, and I kind of said something similar, right? Because again, this generation, sometimes you guys will go in and like, that's just how you decide to make your records. Either you're punching in every line, or you decide to just throw a beat on and then go off top, and that allows you to make certain mistakes that you wouldn't normally do if you were, again, paid to go to the studio and knew you were getting on a record with like your favorite artist. Like, think about that. Every time you guys get on a record, imagine that, like, whoever's in your top 3, top 5, top 10, one of those artists could end up on your record. Now, how people talk about that record is always going to be up to you, because if they hop on it, if it's a Kendrick, if it's a Eminem, if it's a Tech 9 or somebody, you know they are going to kill it in a certain way, and you have to come with it basically every single time. And the key is, even if they're not getting on the record, if you treat your solo records exactly like that, eventually they might. Like, the bigger that a record gets, if we're able to find that instrumental, like, we want to make a remix to your song. And that's the same thing for us rappers as it is for a singer who hears another singer's song and wants to do a cover. Right? For those who don't know the difference between a cover and like, a cover is basically when, like, think about The Voice and American Idol. Often when you see people perform on those shows, they're performing known songs. But the instrumental or live band that's helping bring it to life, it might be a little bit different. I think American Idol has always been more traditional, while The Voice often tries to take the records we know and then bring it into a whole different genre, right? It might be a reggae artist who made it, and then when they work with one of the coaches, they try to figure out, like, okay, so your style is like this, and maybe they remake a Madonna song or a Nirvana record or Evanescence or something like that, and then they make it into a different genre that fits the artist, and they feel that much doper or whatnot. And then let me see. No, only you. All right, let me see if we finally got Nick Lowe's thing, because he was supposed to have his coup a minute ago. We finally got it up.
What? Hey.
So there are visuals to it. Call on Jesus. Let's see. With Nick Lowe. Here, let's go ahead and run that back. Can you run that back? Run that back, 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 run that back. What am I doing? He wants to go to that one, and then
what? Hey, goddamn car.
Anything you want, anything you need, all you gotta do is just call on Jesus. In this situation, you can make it through the day. Call on Jesus. All your worries, there will be over. Call on Jesus. Call on God, yeah. I know He's gonna bring me out. Anything I'm going through, I know He's gonna hear me out. Cause His word says it's true. He's the only one that knows my struggle. He's the only one that come running. He's the only one gonna be for me. Forever. Call on Jesus. Times get hard, I can't. Call on Jesus. And the situation is too hard for God. Trouble don't last always. I'ma take it to my grave. I pray God save me. Get me in them gates. Ain't need my plan. I'm gonna make it. Y'all can't see the times we living in. The ones close to you is leaving. The vision misleading. Sit right here in that face. Got us question our face. What happened to them leaders that's gonna lead the way? Keep our people.
If y'all do end up sitting a skip, let me know.
Gotta have faith, and I know His name, so I call on Jesus. Those times get hard, you can call God. Can't nobody do it like Jesus. I'm begging right now on my knees. Always right there, He will never leave. So I call Him Jesus. When problems come, Jesus. When trouble come, Jesus. When the thunderstorm, Jesus. We call on God. Anything you need, all you gotta do is just call on you can make it through the day. Call on Jesus. All your worries there.
You send a skip or what? Or were you saying to skip the song? You gotta call on it sometimes if you can leave, and I'm always like, dog on it. Sometimes you can people that you can figure out what they gonna do when they see some shit on the ground and then they fall on it. And sometimes you wanna tell me that I don't know what the hell I'm about to freaking do, but you know call on Jesus. Man. So it's good to be able to see a professional video from you, right? And this is like, you know, from anybody. Anytime you guys put that effort and money into yourselves in every avenue, if it's the song and the production and then the visuals, like that's the one step closer to basically having a good portfolio for labels if you are trying to be shopped for something like that, right? And even if you're not, if your whole thing is like I want to make it on my own and build my own complete legacy without the backing of a label, like you basically have to do what a label would do for you. And so that would come with making sure that the visuals are professional, the live performances have all the right elements, the records have all the right elements. And so, you know, you just all need to look at that when it comes to the things that you do. And, you know, wherever you went to be able to get those visuals within there, like I'd recommend continuing to build along that. I feel like it definitely has some resonance. There might have been like maybe one part where you tried to go into a super higher tone and it felt like it needed just a slight adjustment, like you might have struggled a little bit to hit it or whatnot. I think you might know like what section it was, like somewhere when like, you know, like it was a high tone to really hit or whatnot, right? But it's something that can be fixed, whether we are talking the, you know, mix itself or the performance. And just to give people the conversations that we usually have when it comes to Nick Lowe, right? Even though you may hear him talking about Jesus, he doesn't necessarily consider himself a gospel singer. He would call it inspirational music. And like I can see in certain ways what he was talking about when he would describe it like that, because it still felt like something that like the streets would rock with, right? It always felt like records that the streets need to hear and weren't too like preachy. It's really like you telling your story, you going through the struggle, the pain, trials and tribulations, and then just through that also realizing that you know Jesus had and God had got you through that pain, and just being able to acknowledge that really means, I think, a lot, man, because there will be people who, I mean, man, like that. There was a video, and you guys can give me your overall thoughts, right? But like there was a video that I had saw, and it might have been a little bit older by the time I had saw it. But it was this Grammy. Apparently there was a gospel singer. It was a female, older lady, and she was basically on a plane, and she had got nominated apparently at you know, I don't know if it was for a Grammy or something like that, but she basically had gotten nominated, and she was just excited about that. And so she wanted to announce it basically to the, you know, everybody on the plane, and basically was just gonna ask them if she could sing a song for them, right? For me, I'm a music reviewer, right? Like I'm an artist. I appreciate I'm an artist and a producer and engineer, and doing this, I appreciate hearing new music and the talent that people have. Like I literally would not mind if people stopped me on the streets and you know, rap or sing and you know, let me hear something or whatnot, right? That I could give you a live review just based on, you know, whatever you're able to do right then and there. So for me, I immediately thought just like everybody was gonna be okay, but like I guess the marshal, like whatever the air marshal or whatnot, basically kind of stopped her from doing the thing. Like he was basically trying to, you know, shut her up and you know, kill the moment, right? And nobody else on the lane was like complaining. They weren't gonna say, they didn't seem like they were gonna say no, but he was the one who was stopping it, right? And then so, you know, my mind, like I was furious just because I'm like, man, that's disrespect. Like, why not just let her sing her song? And you know, especially if she's like, if she's nominated for a Grammy, like she's done something to be there. So you're in the presence of someone that you probably would never be that close to. But I get it. Like it's almost for some people, like if you're walking around with your phone playing music, and not everybody likes the same music, so often it feels like invading space and forcing some things on people, unless they go to a place where they know, well, music is always going to play here regardless of if I like the song or not, and you know, I just gotta deal with it. But when people aren't expecting it, they tend to feel a type of way. But I say that to say, people in the comments were all basically against her, and I saw so much negativity of like, oh hell no, I ain't trying to hear that, you know, on this, and then like, don't try to press your religion and da da da. And I'm like, you know, it's not even about that. It's like just allowing people to show their talent and see what they have. If they're not as good, like bruh, you know, like you can still give your review in terms of being able to say that. And I mean, that's all I can really, you know, think about. I just felt a certain type of way with people who just had such a negative energy towards that. And I don't know if it was for her, was it because she was a gospel singer? Would it have been different if it was anybody else in any other genre as well? You know, I don't know, man. What do you guys think though? Give y'all thoughts 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome as we proceed to give you what you need. As we proceed to give you what you need. I think you sent this one before. Let me see what we got right here.
Nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's, I'm about to steal your fries. Standing outside.
Growth. There's something growing on your elbow. Get it checked out. Let me see. Mike sends.
Everything moving like clockwork, trying to prosper. This OG staying low key, getting proceeds. You don't know me, better keep your nose clean. Better keep your nose clean. Everything moving like clockwork, trying to prosper. This OG staying low key, getting proceeds. You don't know me, better keep your nose clean. Better keep your nose clean. Every second is a lesson. You step in with a small chance of winning. This ain't a marathon, it's a mission. The game is like WWE, and I'm Dean Malenko with the Texas Cloverleaf. Testing us is over, G. Moving quietly, never flashing jewelry. People moving on lunacy. Airing out the church while the pastor reading off your eulogy. I'm keeping anger restrained, even when these fools tossing dirt on my name. Can't affiliate with lames. Held in one position. Cut off many friends cause of this addiction. Stating facts where they drowning in fiction. Everything moving like clockwork, trying to prosper. This OG staying low key, getting proceeds. You don't know me, better keep your nose clean. Better keep your nose clean. Everything moving like clockwork, trying to prosper. This OG staying low key, getting proceeds. You don't know me, better keep your nose clean. Better keep your nose clean. They say time is currency, so every second is urgency. Timing everything perfectly. Staying calculated like the beach teaching quantum physics. Childhood was like Los Santos. Ghetto kids surrounded by toxins. Trying to move out and own property like Carl Johnson. Fam chilling in condos. Fuck with minds, I'm ripping spines like Doom did Thanos. Dreams of mansions, putting words on beat patterns. Hope y'all see what I'm seeing like closed captions. And what I do shows passion. Everything moving like clockwork, trying to prosper. This OG staying low key, getting proceeds. You don't know me, better keep your nose clean. Better keep your nose clean. Everything moving like clockwork, trying to prosper. This OG staying low key, getting proceeds. You don't know me, better keep your nose clean. Better keep your nose clean.
Oh man, big salute. Hold on. Alright, man. So when it comes to Mike Sense, what I appreciate is you have You have a consistency with beat selection to a point where you always, like, I feel like you have a type beat more or less, but you're always able to find it from a bunch of different producers, and it never feels or sounds like the same. You just know how to pick the ones that you sound best on, and you don't ever have to exceed your energy more than you have to, really. And you know, that's gonna be appreciative. This one I can probably hear like a little bit of a Snoop Dogg or something like that. Like there's almost an old school kind of West Coast flair in there with certain sounds that are used. And I'm always curious to really see what everybody really tries to do to each record or whatnot. You know, thank you for that consistency for sure, right? As I said before, for you, man, we do need videos now, right? We need the videos, the live performances, like how do you do in that arena? You know, you got a good voice and overall style. Now it is time to put some of those to action. At some point, you guys are gonna have like 1,000 songs and no videos.
Told them drop the beat, bitch. Wet, 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 wet. Told my bitch she crazy, have you seen the news? These niggas talking like they bitches, they like what I do. I ain't fucking with the politics, don't get into it. Niggas faker than a bitch, you know they fake influence. Niggas tryna ring me up, I told them I'm with fine shit. Tryna pop my shit, she said I'm stepping out of line, bitch. That ain't your line, bitch. I said she had to go like Titans, no time for fighting. I'm tryna do some shit exciting. You don't fuck a Z, you can take the bus. Bitch, we up her echelon, trapping, that's a must. That nigga end up in the sea, he tryna touch my cut. Niggas be slimy as fuck, that shit gon' fuck you up. And we sippin' purple cup, we going dumb as fuck. Gotta keep that pistol tucked, ain't try to test my love. Nigga, you ain't cool, nigga, you ain't tough. Bitch, you ain't no fucking gangster, you that other stuff. And I'm peeping this little shawty, she got bubble guts. I told her shawty, hit my phone, I'm tryna crush. She told me I got a cuff, bitch, I'm tryna nut. I'm like, if you want a bag, ain't no if or what. Have you seen the news? These niggas talking like they bitches, they like what I do. I ain't fucking with the politics, don't get into it. Niggas faker than a bitch, you know they faking fools. Come on, come on, come on. It's fucking go. Come on,
Riding in the corner where they getting higher. A lot of times it don't really matter if you wet and dry. There's a lot of freaking people who would never let your eye get fucked up because okay, let me go over here and figure it out. Alright, honestly, so while we do have songs out there that are repetitive within the chorus, and even some from the community that, you know, we do like, there are some times where it does feel a little bit too simple when you get into some of those sections. But I know that there are people that will rock with it, right? There's a certain energy there to the beat and a little bit of what the artist is doing, and you know, like, imagine this record from a Future, from you know, some of those artists in that lane. There's some kind of resonance there. There's maybe a small amount of mix work that can be done when it comes to polish, again, if we're trying to perfect things so that, you know, our records can be on their best behavior. It's just really about maximizing that. And so, you know, it's almost there, man, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel like it's you know, pretty close, man. Let me see what we got from Anthony. We're not able to, for whatever reason, man, it's not letting me download certain things. It's called Protocol. know what? There is a lot going on with this. It's like I like some of the elements when it comes to the production, right? I do like some of the elements within there. But I do think certain things feel like it's just kind of jumbled together. I think you need everything to be in the right tone. Everything needs to be balanced so that it doesn't feel like there's too much of this or that. And it kind of just, goes in a little bit too much of a direction or whatnot. But I always like reminding people that like there are so many different aspects to everything, right? Because some people will be listening to this and trying to think about what artists they would, hear on it. Not every beat is really made to consume in that way. Some things are just like, beat by itself, let it rock, see what it does with the structure and what it wants to do there. And I almost feel like things being a little bit louder are done on purpose so that you focus on it rather than, someone trying to think, oh, I should be an artist. I mean, again, I did freestyle still on it, but, All right. Ayo, Dicey. We got a record up. Yeah. I don't know what to do.
Just on not spot, baby. I can't reach out that J. It's gonna be her last shot. Can I be my love? We on 100 plan. I know we gon' go insane. She gon' give me right. I know she gon' fucking stay. Wanna stay, baby. I say you. How? Come back to my lab. Yeah, shawty wrote this paper. This shit on different layers. Bitch, I know the mayor. Bitch. I said she come along. I can't write on my rhyme. This money getting long. It's hard in my palm. Said I got it on, party instantly done. Back it down and on, so I read the bomb. So the melee it on her, they gonna burn. Put your ashes in the urn, niggas gonna learn. She said, look, that's you the word. Damn, you such a jerk. I fly like a bird, stopping niggas to the curb. Shun, not a spur, be my love. Trump, free on 100 pounds. Yeah, go insane, yeah. I can't reach out that J. It's gonna be.
Yeah, man. Like I gotta be on this. Bam.
Oh, hey.
So, okay, I think this was more of a good example of when someone's more concerned with a vibe than what they are saying, right? And so we can hear the melodies, we can hear the vibe from, the overall beat and what's there, but we really don't know the words. Like that's gonna take a little bit of time to get to. It is something that is important for any of y'all records. Like, do really make sure that we can hear everything possible. I do remember when an artist came to the show and I had told them that it sounded like, hold on, I'm gonna probably end the TikTok already. I told them that it sounded like they had taken some sort of drug, right? And it started kicking in at like when they started, a certain portion of the verse, right? And they basically said like, yeah, I was on perks, you know what I mean? Like they had got in there and basically made the song, and like that basically opened up my eyes to anytime we're hearing a certain record, like sometimes it's just them in that sort of mode, but that should be a red flag for you guys in general. right? Like if people find it hard to basically hear what you're doing and you care about not being classified as mumble rap or anything like that, like it's imperative that you make sure to record certain parts over and really let people truly see the talent that you do have. And you know, again, everybody is going to be different.
Just take a deep breath in.
Yeah.
Count backwards from 10.
Hold up, I didn't hit the button yet. I didn't hit the button yet.
Black Panther, lap dancer, that man sure has cancer. Ask answers, get questions, big weapons, blast master, quick faster, mix master, zigzags in a big bag for the kickback. Let me hit that, sir. Switch back in a Christopher. Listen, man, there is no way in hell that you're slower than I am. I will donate a snail. This is why we're here, man. You're going to jail. Peter Griffin, hashtag, where's Steve Carell?
Second, let the pressure fall and breathe. While you sweating, trying to chase what I breathe. I've been living in the lines in between, where you need to be freed before you bleed. Now breathe. Ain't no reason for the panic, boy. Breathe. Every kingdom got a ruler, let me lead.
Ain't a throne
in this game I don't need. Let me breathe, just. I've been pacing through the shadows, letting destiny unfold. Every footstep in this kingdom leaves a map and blueprint in the mold. Every whisper in the rafters say my prophecy was told. I ain't ever reaching for the crown, it walks through me like it's controlled. I've been breathing like a storm cloud, I've been gathering all of my rage. But I ain't never gotta hurry for you, cause greatness only ever gets better with age. You've been panicking on your page, trying to scribble out and hide your name, while I'm breathing into existence every single chapter of this game. Look, y'all been freaking out cause of the pressure, always trying to hustle and try to flex. I just exhale on the beat and it bows down to me out of respect. Got decades of victory under my belt, the weight of my legacy is so compressed. And with every moment that I inhale, I bet even the silence will be getting impressed. Just breathe, take a second, let the pressure fall and breathe. While you sweating, trying to chase what I breathe. I've been living in the lines in between, where you need to be freed before you bleed. Now breathe.
How much was that? I get Darth Vader.
I am the pulse beneath the quake. I am the reason that all the giants never go to sleep, they stay awake. I am the breath behind the break. I am the chill before you shake. I am the standard that y'all be chasing. It looks like I just set the bar and pace. So relax, cause the crown's already molded to your skull. It really ain't racing when you're already full. I've always been your son, nope, I don't really ever fade. I don't ever quit, and I promise that won't never change. I know you're confused, cause I am a mystery. I'm the air inside the lungs of this whole damn industry. Breathe into the wreckage, let the ashes swirl around. Y'all be guessing for a moment, I'm the oxygen in town. The reason mama told you not to ever fuck around. I'm the one that bends a mountain, I'm the pressure in the ground. I've been cooking up something that is bigger than your state line. See, I don't chase, trying to show what your fate hides. Take my time, I erase lies. Getting caught in the stage side, listen as the bass cries. I've been hitting so much harder than your fucking brake lights. You must have done something that you could never make right. Couple times, yes I can, but why even waste breath? When I exhale, every rapper second guesses death. Every single step that I take is blessed, and every curse that I place, bet I make it fresh. Moving in the chaos like a phantom on a breeze, while you suffocate on pressure, trying to imitate my ease. You can sprint, you can bleed, you can pray, you can plead, but you're never on the throne if I don't let you breathe. Just breathe. Take a second, let the pressure fall and breathe. While you sweating, trying to chase what I breathe. I've been living in the lines in between, where you need to be freed before you bleed. Now breathe. Ain't no reason for the panic, boy. Breathe. Every kingdom got a ruler, let me lead. Ain't a throne in this game I don't need. Let me breathe, just breathe. Trying to get that shit off of you. Cinematic.
They gonna put that song in a commercial for oxygen tanks.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
He is the world-renowned anthem artist, right? Like, for the artists who come to the show, he's number one, right? There are certain artists in certain lanes that, like, I feel they dominate a very specific sound that that if anyone were to get in that lane, you know, we use them as the example. Like, they're the standard of, you know, how you do something or whatnot. And when it comes to records with artists who have multiple layers in what they do, like whether he's rapping or doing something melodic, like he always finds a way to do some of the right elements, right? We always get into the conversation of, like, what does that mean for his live performances? Like, are we okay with him bringing like a show disc with all the other vocals and then him just basically taking the main vocal, you know, for him? You know, or do we want him to perform solo? Or, you know, can he manage having like backup singers basically, or just a choir to basically get in there and help him with some of those layers or whatnot? Because you hear it, it feels like an anthem. Anthems are usually sung in unison with everybody, right? When you hear the 900 bottles of beer on the wall, 900, you know what I mean? Like, you think of a group of people singing it, not just one person, and then that's it. And if anything, it goes from one person to each person, and then at some point they all, you know, kind of join in. But you just basically do those elements in the right way. I would be interested to see, though, what would happen if you did it in a way where you kind of build up, right? So one, like maybe 8 bars start off and there's no ad-libs, no doubles, and then after that first 8 bars, the second 8 bars, you then bring in 1 double. Then after those 8 bars, you know, you bring in another, and then another, you know what I'm saying? As it goes, it just kind of grows with different elements, and, you know, hopefully it doesn't sound like too much or whatnot. But I think there's a concept there, to where, like, again, and I'm imagining that live too. Imagine you're just walking by yourself, right? Because the first 8 bars or so, it's just you, and then when that extra one comes in, it's like another version of you wearing different clothes and a different getup, or another person just pops up and then they're starting to rap that extra other half with you, right? And then a third person, you know, and you just see people walking up as you're going in a certain direction. And again, I'm telling you, man, get with that concept, make something that can like bring a little bit of that to life, right? It'll be like you introducing what you hear when you do those elements, you know. Again, is it bunches of you? Is it a choir that you kind of hear in your head, but you're just like taking care of it for yourself? Jasper, we got you up next. Give me a second. Give me a second that we will.
As we will what? Let me know.
Morning, Pete. Coffee's on and your Uber's on its way.
Pete. You know, I don't know what this commercial is about, but I like it. So it's a tight beat. could have been on Tron, yo. Did I think acquire is the correct? Look at how much it would be. Sometime, and I'm going on the wire. I don't even know what the hell it'll be. Thinking how much would it be for a choir? There's a lot of time when I want to be up, but if you can say how much would it be for Mariah to get up on the record? There's a lot of time where a lot of people looking down, but they got to put their eyes up. I know that if I really am sick, I need to go to Kaiser. There's a lot of time when I want to be up, but if you can say, you know what I used to be, a figure West Coast rider or rough rider, and a lot of people know that thinking there's a lot of thinking people we can do with you, picking cool chicken, and you want to get insider, then. I tried though. I played that video game, then I died, bro. A lot of times when I freaking cry and I use the excuse of something like really was being inside of my eye. Oh no, go down. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you know what? It would be weird to make a song with no sound, and also like you just want to be there when some shit goes down and it's almost like a superhero theme, man. The next Marvel superhero. Bolow, man. What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? How you gonna rap? How you gonna flow? There's a lot of time when I wanna be able to say I don't even really know if I'm gonna show you a lot of shit. There's a lot of time when you got the job, but you got to quit. You are not legit. You are not a pig. You can go a freaking across the street, then you freaking tell a freaking lot of y'all that you lost the meat. There's a lot of time where I had a freaking made a beat, and then I lost the beat, and then I had to freaking tell y'all. Y'all have cups, I have to go and sell straws. There's a lot of things that I know I can't pause. Like this beat, I just want to go and applause. Like, put your hands together. Like, listen, dog, I'm about to tell you that I can't just set up the shit that I don't know.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready?
I'm about to say, good job, sir. That's my review. This thing, took on a few different levels, man. It was epic, and it feels like, man, that would be so perfect for some superhero movie or just an epic moment where there's some kind of build up, right? Something trying to, you know, fly, and you know, maybe they make a movie about the Wright brothers, right? When they were trying to get the first airplane to basically fly, that eventually got us around to, you know, our bigger planes and jets and things like that, man. Like, it's crazy just technology, how it advances over the years. Because yeah, at one point we did not have planes, and everything was just getting there by car, and then eventually like trying. Well, no, let's get real, right? It started with like horses and camels and all that, and you know, we used what we had, and then the car is made, right? Well, no, see, because like bicycles had to be before bicycles and all that. The point is, innovation over the years has always been crazy, and like honestly, you could take footage of that innovation over the many years, couple it with that beat that we heard, and I think people would be inspired, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might want to even try to make a video like that. That's just like, okay, let me see if I can find the footage, you know, that I want to use. And then just like cut it to the beat. Like, still pretend you're doing a music video, but like the goal is to really just cause some inspiration. So if it's about innovation and just looking at how far we've come with certain aspects, like the inventions that you know we had, right? And you know, I just love how futuristically we're always trying to figure out how to improve on certain things, right? Again, we had to basically sweep everything up with a broom. And then someone was like, I don't want to sweep no more, like, you know, after a certain amount of years. And so they said, let's make a vacuum, right? And so now you get to carry around this thing that, you know, kind of sucks things up or whatnot. And then at some point, someone was like, I don't want to push around a freaking vacuum. I'm too lazy for that. Let me make an automatic vacuum that just goes around your house and then like picks up shit when it sees it. And then so that the Roomba was then made. You know, I'm wondering on where things go from there in terms of innovation, and it's going to be fun to see what happens there. But everything has had some kind of upgrade, right? Even phones, think about it. The phones that we used to have were big as hell, and they did not have games on it, right? So we had to eventually get those upgrades, and like the first couple of games was like Snake, and you know, that one game with the blocks and the little ball, and so it wasn't even anything too crazy. But eventually, as time goes on, right, you get to, bro, we can play Call of Duty on our phones now. That is crazy. We can watch whole movies, like we can there's just so many endless possibilities that it's almost not surprising to be able to do stuff. And the crazier part is that not a lot of people have even tried, not everyone out there has tried VR yet, right? So they don't even know that experience, like what it's like to be inside of the game that you're playing, as opposed to just looking at it at a screen. It's very different, right? Like literally you're looking up, down, and around, and you're in the game world. You see a house that is one-to-one the same size as a house in real life or whatnot. So you feel like you're in the world, basically playing the game, and there's no other way to really to explain it. But if you've been able to have experiences with some of the best video games in that realm, then it just really comes to life in that way. But yeah, I would put that footage to Random Innovations or something space centric, 100%. Like if it has to be something space based, then like again, they just had Fantastic Four, right? And then we just got it back on Disney Plus and all that. I could have saw that used for that film. So kudos.
Before I let you go, I need to know where were you when I need you. I know you will.
What's this, Pi G?
With emotions inside, I try to hide. I'm dealing with some things, I'm trying to focus on my pride. If I tell you I'm losing everything on my mind, wish could come back in time to make you want right. Back and forth, that shit exhausting, and at what cost it's damaging more. That shit a faucet, keep coming in more. That's all you want.
What do you record
that shit
with?
Is haunting my soul. I need my distance, cause I know I can't let you go. I know I need more time. This is
Oh, that was my Call of Duty lobby music track. Nice. What the freak? So I'll say this. Like, I'm assuming this was really just for demonstration purposes, right? Like, I'm hoping that when you record records, it doesn't really just become this, because this doesn't feel like it's a properly recorded and exported record just yet. And there, you know, obviously there's lots of effects and different things like that are needed for the actual song itself. You need to finish the song, and I know you're working on it. And I really need to hear it in some of those area, and that kind of, you know, professional and more upfront. When you guys are sending anything that is like from your cell phone, essentially, and I'm saying like you just pressing record, like you're just recording video, and then you have the beat playing in the background via like some speaker or something. Like, we're not gonna be able to hear everything one-to-one and like have the right low end and mix and stuff like that. So, you know, we gotta get you on the right track, so you basically pull these records together in the right way. All right, keep going. Let me see. Hold on, did we already get... No, we did not. All right, Declan. Mr. Declan. Mr. Bohannon. This is left. Mood cars. What are you going to do? You don't know what I'm gonna say, but you know what, I'm in love with you.
Limitless beat slap.
And your floor cleans itself? Huh.
I know what you think of when you hear Grinch Cave. Follow me to Mount Crumpet to
Alright, a little bit of a vibe there. you know, you have certain effects on the vocals. You got a good acoustic, an acoustic kind of, you know, situation with a Spanish guitar, which we always love, because you guys can actually have somebody playing at one of your events potentially. Again, everybody's going to be different, but I'm telling you, if you guys remotely get inspired to take an element like that and bring it to life, like, people will just look at you as you know, a little bit of a force to be reckoned with, or at least somebody to look out for, because you take yourself serious and more professional. So we have that. And what was it? Stove Guy Cooks, you did not send me a link or whatnot. You gotta send a link so I can just get at whatever you're sending directly. Otherwise, because you gotta do some of the work, right? So yeah, if you want to be played on the show, make sure that you send it to our right email. That's thatdorkyreviewshow@gmail.com, and send the actual record. Like, you know what I mean? Get your thing so we can get in there. Get your thing so we can get in there. I don't know what to do, but I know that I don't care. 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 Alright, let me see what I am able to do. Cause I gotta see if I can pull up that that thing. Hold on. What was... Do I still have the... You know, I gotta close all these windows. Close. And... man, because I don't even know if I should do it. I don't like doing reactions at, like, towards the end of it, like when I'm tired, so I don't give all the right energy. But I did still want to do reactions to a lot of the game trailers that will be coming out soon or whatnot. I know there are a lot of good ones, and I've been postponing watching and reacting to them because, again, I don't have a lot of time, a lot of energy and stuff, so we've got to see.
It did that. Your body's got to be that.
Alright, where is this again? Did I download you? That boy Sosa. nice, man. Good energy, freaking within that. Hold on, I'm trying to edit this. Right here. I'm probably gonna come back to this. I like the overall energy and everything with this record, right? Like I feel like this one felt like something that we would hear within the clubs, within that sector, of course. You know, it's this close from making me want to make it like one of these, right? Like one of the skips, the skip kind of songs.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all eat pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need them. PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just gives off that overall vibe, and it's tropical while also feeling like you know, it can fit in that dance sector of records as well. So I think there's some flair for freaking sure. Not bad, and not bad. Hold on, can I get that? Good morning. And then put that in the back, and then I can also change it. But yeah, that right there, I feel like should be in a few different things, man. Hold on, can I cut this down? Cut this down for size. You gotta cut this down for size and stuff, and then you don't know what to do. Well, we're basically heading out, so the queue is closed unless you're sending a skip, which is why you see the ending credits right there or whatnot. So I will see you tomorrow. I might come back in the morning if I can. If I'm not too tired, I'll do a morning stream. But we gotta see if you guys are awake enough to do that. Nah, it's 10 for a skip. It's 10 for a skip. One song, 15 for 2, 3 for 25 back to back. You could also do one song, 15, and I'll record the reaction, upload it to my TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, IG, all the platforms and stuff like that. But yeah, we're literally at the tail end of the stream or whatnot, so you did come a little bit late. Our apologies and stuff. Do give us a follow though, because again, we'll be back tomorrow, so you should be able to send as soon as we go live. Then let me freaking do it though. A lot of people don't know what they're gonna do, but freaking people that move shit, freaking they don't know what the hell to do, because you know what, man, you do be slow and is there anything else that we need to know? I wanted you to know I like the way you laugh. I wanted you to know I feel your face, 'cause I'm broken. We're gonna always have more cartoons and stuff like that. What do you mean? Why? What do you mean by more cartoons? Like, what do you do? And Juba Juba Joo. Yeah, we're kind of ending the stream, so you would have to send a skip for that, as I said. And I said, I'm still trying to figure out things and whatnot. What's today's date? 16. So we're rolling up on Christmas and stuff like that, man. Listen, holidays, we can continue to go through the cusp. As I said, make sure you guys follow us on the live, and we will see you guys tomorrow. My mind is going to sleep. Goodbye.
Paging Dr. Mario. Paging Dr. Mario.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain